It's time to stream again. It's been a while, and by a while I mean it's been a couple days, maybe 3. I don't know. I'm getting my I'm getting my stream rig all set up so we can get started for realsies. So let me pull up the phone replay so that I can actually see the chat more easily. Let's see here. Yep, Robit Dev stream. Beep boop. New pinned chat. What is this? You can now pin a message to the top of your live chat for viewers to read. Very, very interesting. Coolio. All right. I've got the live chat on here. So for anybody who comes back to the VOD in a much later date, I might as well discuss what the plan is for the next few weeks. Let me take a sip first. We've I've been kind of slacking on the roadmaps for quite some time. As you can see, I've not actually made a roadmap in several months. November was the last roadmap, and it had a lot of schizophrenia on there. Oh yeah, let me just drop a quick ping, quick little pang about the live stream. Uh, yeah, I gotta find the share button. I gotta drop this in the Robit server. You don't understand, officer. I had to. Here we go at announcements. There we go. New Robar stream. Paste. There we go. Okay, we're on for real this time. So I think last time, or I think we should start by going over the previous roadmaps and just so you guys sort of have an idea for the track record of how well I handle these. No data, the stream says. That is curious. Is my stream dying? Or is that... Does that mean my stream is dying? No data. Okay, it's not. Cool. It says no data, but it's lying. They lied to me. How could they? Okay, okay. Track record for previous roadmaps. I believe for the entirety of the Meatball edition, I did keep up with my weekly character reveal promises, and I did keep up with my bi-weekly OST track promises. Um, I did learn basic Blender. Um, I also meatballed, and I did create obviously the roadmap because that's what this is referencing. Um, I did the scrap waste environmental assets over those 2 weeks. I should have done more, but it was something. Um, Correcting stylistic inconsistencies in current sprites. A lot of those I never actually fixed until much more recently. Like Nico, for example, has been on the list for a redesign for a very, very long time, and it was only maybe a month ago that I actually fixed him. Next, we had, yep, more environmental assets. Menu and HUD assets slash design. That one, I designed the menu and HUD. A lot of those didn't stick around, but I did not do the assets, so I only partially did that one. Consumable item assets and design. Consumable item assets and design is something I've been pushing back quite a bit, quite often, because it's a daunting task. I've got a handful, but very few have actually been drawn out. And then lastly, making a new roadmap and evaluating roadmap effectiveness that worked exactly as expected. Um, Chapter 1 did not get fully rewritten in that time, but we made significant progress and it has been rewritten since. Lastly, expanding sprite sheets for the 3 main characters. That did happen. Then we got the missile edition because I was kind of schizo about missiles that week. or that month, I guess. I believe I did keep up with the weekly character and OST track reveals. Um, with these, I did not actually really point out like specific weekly tasks other than making the next roadmap, but I had these sort of vague um, long-term tasks at the bottom. Familiarizing myself with the Godot engine was like the big goal of this roadmap, and this is when I actually started doing Robit coding for the first time. Um, and of course, December is when I had all those great devlogs where I actually made real big progress. Um, the sprite sheets, I believe, got extended there. I think we actually did finish the chapter 1 rewrite. Um, item assets, that still got pushed back. Forge environmental assets, we hardly did anything there. That got pushed back. And UI assets, that also got pushed back. So a lot of these long-term tasks tend to get ignored in these roadmaps. But this time around, it's different, I promise. It's not. It's probably not going to be that different, but progress is going to be made either way. Even if it's not as fast as I'd like it to be, and even if it's harder than I'd like it to be, it's going to be made. Um, so we plan to do a weekly character reveal, like always. In fact, I might even do these as character design streams, potentially tonight. Bi-weekly OST track reveals, of course. That's generally been the plan. It's just that sometimes it's difficult to keep up with the bi-weekly OST release pattern. Um, in fact, I'm due for a song. In fact, I've been due for a song for like a month now. But um, ignoring like the most recent few months, I did have a pretty good pattern of releasing at least one track every 2 weeks. But we're gonna get back to that. We're gonna get back to that. I've got 3 songs that are like right at the finish line. Maybe not at the finish line, but I've got 3 songs that have a solid foundation. I just don't know how to tie a bow on them and make them loop and sound good. I think that they're too simple, and I don't like that. So I don't know. I'll have to finish one of those tracks this week by the 19th. Um, dialogue and inspect indicators. I actually want to spend a little bit of time on that tonight, working on the dialogue and inspect indicators, because I think I need to do a minor overhaul to my inspect system, because the current way that I do it is there's like a queue of things that you can inspect. Um, if you're playing as a character that can't actually interact with the object, then it's just removed from the entire queue. Like it doesn't even count for inspecting, and so it like basically doesn't exist. That causes problems. I'll fix that in the near future. Create the next roadmap. I did that, of course. Again, weekly character reveal. The item submenu is something that I've been putting off for a long time, partly because I've not actually created a lot of items, but by forcing myself to get that done by next week, I'm actually forcing myself to get some item assets design and stuff implemented. Um, Next week after that, we've got kind of a heavy one, uh, weekly character, bi-weekly OST track. It's Memorial Day, which means it's going to be my first day off. My first day off since I started working my job. Not like first day off, but like my first weekday off, which will be nice. I will put it to good use. I've got the Sarge carry and walk animation done. I just don't have the code in place for it. I have to rework some of the animation logic to make that work. So um, that will be coming up. The week after that, we're gonna focus on expanding all the collection menus. We already have the core collection menu, and so my idea is I'm just gonna reuse that code and repurpose it for the different collections. So we're gonna have collections for items, people, enemies, location, music, and Rogi. What's Rogi? I'll talk about that later. Maybe next roadmap. Week after that, we're going to keep working on those collection menus. I'm going to call it a 2-week project because it is a bit code intensive. And then after that, we're going to We're going to do that roadmap eval. As for long-term tasks, I'm going to finish rewriting chapter 2. We've written up to chapter, I'm trying to think, chapter 4? Yeah. Yeah, we've written up to like late chapter 4 of the 7 planned chapters. But chapters 2 and 3 need rewrites, and chapter 4 needs to be finished. So chapter 2 rewrite is in the works this month. Finish emotive sprites for the trio. We have most of their action sprites in place, and their movement sprites and all of that. We just need to expand their emotive range. Katie has most of her emote sprites made, but Abel and Sarge need some more work. Making progress in the battle system. This one's scary. I'm afraid of it. Item and core assets design and implementation. Cores are actually pretty far along. We've got a large number of them implemented. But yeah, we're going to keep working on that. And lastly, scrap environments. I changed the color coding. 3D modeling is purple now. And I want to make more level areas for the scrap wastes, just so I can have more test environments and, you know, inch closer to the demo. So that's sort of that's the roadmap. And actually, I believe I have repositories of the previous roadmaps. Oh no, I don't. I only have the roadmap summary of the first one. So, you know, we had the character reveals, Dottie, we had Dottie, Falconer Dude, Nima. Nima is one of my favorites. She's always going to be one of my favorites. I'm very glad that we did that one. Patina, that one's a fan favorite. And this will work with me. Install wizard, please stop opening in the wrong window. And then the Pulsar Knight. So we had a lot. And we also had 3 tracks. 3 tracks. This one sucked. I hate that song. I really don't like it. This one's kind of cute. I like that one. That's cute. I think it's it does what it's supposed to do. And then this song. I liked this one as well. Although I prefer the IO Center variant of it. Anyway, that's the roadmaps. That's sort of the idea as we progress forward. So tonight, I want to do what I've been afraid of. Time to tackle my greatest fears. Music is turned off in game just to not be annoying. But okay, so we have a problem here. My inspect code is actually really bad. The way that I have inspectable and interactable objects implemented in this game is when you enter an inspectable object's range, it gets added to a list of inspectable and interactable objects. Inspection and interaction are the same thing. That's kind of bad coupling, but I also kind of like it because it's the same object in the same hitbox. Anyway, problem occurs when I've got certain objects that can only be interacted with certain characters. As you can see, Katie cannot carry this object. You know, Sarge can carry this object, but you know, Katie's too little. She just shoots her laser. I don't have a sprite for that. Or I do have a sprite for that. I don't like it. I'm gonna have to redo the shoot sprite. Anyway, as you can see, this little inspect icon, it goes away when you switch to a character that can't interact. Now, if you can't interact with an object, you can't inspect an object because of that coupling that I just talked about. So, the plan for tonight, alongside maybe doing a character, is to fix that coupling. But before things get boring for everybody, I'm gonna pull up a little track, and we're gonna listen to a Robit song. Let me find a good Robit song I do like IO Center, but I've listened to it too many times. Wait a minute. I need to use this software to look at it. Let's see here. Crystal Caverns. Oh, I want to do... I think it's called Untitled Hydro Plant in the files. Yeah. This is a good song. This one's cute. We're going to crank it down a little bit, and it's time. Feel free to chat. I will respond to everything. Although I might not look at it super frequently. Okay, so we're first going to look at the interaction object. I tried to do like a hotfix patch with this in queue and in areas variables. I think those are a bad way to do it. I'm going to do var valid interact. That's what I'm going to call it. And we're going to get rid of these two because, frankly, they're just, yeah, it's just not good. So valid interact is going to start as true. We're going to assume that as long as nobody says otherwise, it's okay to interact. I think it would be a good idea to get rid of the force register area and force unregister area, because I think by adding those, I just had gross coupling issues. I'm just going to chop that out. I'm going to save that. Now my carry object, this guy right here, is guilty of abusing the force unregister area and register area. So what we're going to do, and we abuse the in queue and not in queue and all that. Instead of doing force unregister area, we're going to do... I forgot what I named the variable already. Amnesia. Valid interact. Valid interact equals false. So if we're not playing as Sarge, then valid interact is false. That makes sense. Else, and then we're going to do this dot valid interact equals true. So if you are playing as Sarge, actually that's a double negative. That's confusing. We're not going to do it that way. We're going to swap it. I need a double equal sign. Okay, so if you're playing as Sarge, then the interaction area has a valid interact. If you're not playing as Sarge, then it's invalid interact. So the idea is that hopefully you can still inspect this. So now we need to move to the interaction manager, the machine, the grinding gears, which is under not inventory, interactables, interaction manager. So interaction manager is my spaghetti coupling monster, and interaction manager I use as like my catch-all to make every object communicate with every object, and it's horrible. I think any good programmer would shoot me and bury me 6 feet under the moment they saw this, but they can cope because they can't catch me. So we got this. So we're just going to add this little thing here. So if active areas, right, we're gonna add another if. I know that I can add an and in there, but I like to build the pyramid of doom. I'm one of those programmers who builds the pyramid of doom. Personally, I'm a fan of the pyramid of doom architecture. So, all right. So if event.isAction released interact and time spent holding interact is less than 20 frames, and if interaction areas.size is greater than 0, that just means if an interaction area exists in the interaction area range, and if it has that valid interact flag, then it tries to call the interact thing. And now if we look over here, you've got this going on where it's like it doesn't check for the inspect, because the inspect should always work. So let's see if that code breaks and if my game crashes and burns horribly. So Sarge can inspect that, and Sarge can carry that. Look at that. Would you look at that? I fixed the problem. Look, enable can't... Oh, shoot. I think I know what I did. I think I know why I did it this way. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, because Abel can't use his ability here because he's in the interaction range. Yeah. So now I need to figure out... I made things so much worse, didn't I? Yeah, because he can do that when he's out of range. That's fine. But now when he's in range, it doesn't work. I need to think longer and harder on that one. Anyway, for now I'm just going to do a cosmetic fix instead. Because I need to add the inspectable icon. So let me grab that out of... I think I have it in here. Or no, I think I have it in this folder. Yeah. So I can drop that here and set the size to 0.1. Now it matches the size of the other two. Save that. And now I can go into the script for this. I need to add this new object to my array of things that need to be modulated. So I can just do that. And ooh, I don't want to call it Sprite 3D though. I need to name it. So it's going to be inspect indicator. Yep. I'm just going to drop that puppy right there. Yep. And then anytime we reference toppers, we need to do 3 instead of 2. Now, so we've got character topper / player indicator. That logic is fine. Interact indicator. Okay, so if indicator frame weighted, then we show it. And actually, we don't even need to do the whole indicator weighted thing because we're not removing it from the inspectable queue. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, that's fine. And interaction manager.active areas object 0 dot valid interact. So if it's a valid interact, then do that. Otherwise, so we don't need this frame weighted thing. This indicator frame weighted, that was just like a duct tape fix that I tried earlier that wasn't really valid. We can drop the inspect indicator dot show. And then inspect indicator dot hide. And the inspect and interact indicators need to be mutually exclusive. So if one appears, the other has to disappear. So we're going to do... so this is the interact indicator, so we need to make the inspect indicator hide. And then this one is the inspect indicator, so we need the interact indicator to hide. So if we save that, we run that. Okay, so as you can see, it appears as interactable for Sarge and inspectable for Abel. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so now we've got another glaring issue with this, which is probably why I implemented that spaghetti monster of making the interaction area go away. Yeah, so Sarge's basic interact is non-intrusive. I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm gonna expand the spaghetti monster again. So oh dear, oh me, oh my. I'm gonna add another flag. var, what is it? We're going to call this var abilities allowed equals false. So by default, when we create an interaction area, if you're standing in that interaction area, you can't use your abilities, which, you know, obviously that causes problems, like with the carry object that you want to smack with the smacky thing. So we're going to add that flag, and we're going to make it so that on the ready function, where did I go? Don't do that. Stop that. So in the ready function, we're going to grab our interaction area buddy, and we're going to make his abilities allowed equal true. And then I think I've got the spaghetti monster in here. It's the interact button. Interaction logic, that's probably it. If so-and-so pressed interact, if currently carried object null and not is on wall. Time spent holding interact goes up. Now I need to find... I think Abel's interact is actually in the trio code, because he has like a unique hitbox for it, and I wouldn't want to make that unique hitbox for the other two characters. And I didn't use inheritance because I was being a goober, breaking the rules. Yeah, so we got this interaction logic function here. Time spent holding interact equals 0. Time spent holding interact plus equals 1. If active character equals 0, yeah, this is probably it. So that means if we're playing as Abel, and we just released interact, and Abel's on the floor, and we pressed interact for less than 20 frames, and it's been more than 20 frames since we last interacted, so that means that's not a double input, like a double tap. And time since finished speaking is greater than 2, because that's just how it works. And if interaction.active areas dot size equals 0, or that's where this flag comes in, interaction manager dot active areas dot abilities allowed. So we bring back this baby here, and now if abilities are allowed, do the thing. If they're not allowed, don't do the thing. Yes, isn't that wonderful? All right, so now we have to do the same thing with Katie. Katie's character ID is 1. So let's see. If input is action just released, so if we just released the interact button and we've been holding it for less than 20 frames, and we haven't pressed it in the last 20 frames, and she's not speaking, and this piece of logic here, so we're just going to add that. I think that's it. So if we try this now, so it's still inspectable. When I inspect it, Sarge inspects it, and it crashes. Yes! Right. This doesn't make sense. I made a poor choice in my code, because if interaction manager dot active areas dot size equals 0, then obviously it's not going to have that. So I need to figure out how to have this code here work. The problem is this is an OR statement, so it's not going to have... Wait, it's an OR statement. Does Godot have short-circuiting? Okay, the problem is I'm not super duper familiar with GD script, but if GD script has short-circuiting, then this code is valid and this won't cause a crash. If GDScript does not have short-circuiting for if statements, I'm going to crash. I'm going to crash and burn. I'm going to cry. It's going to be over. So let's run it and see what happens. Ooh. Oh wait, I can inspect it while I'm carrying it. That's... I might want to... I might want to change its hitbox so that it doesn't touch Sarge when he's carrying it. So that he doesn't inspect it. Because yeah, that's a problem. But yeah, we figured it out. We got it fixed. And I learned that Godot has short-circuiting. Isn't that wonderful? I need to put a comment in my code so I don't break this in the future. Okay. And again, the way that short-circuiting works, this is a concept in programming languages. Basically, if you have a list of items in an AND statement or an OR statement, obviously, if any of the conditions in the OR statement are true, then the OR statement is going to return true, because that's just how it works. So what short-circuiting does is the programming language will just check the first condition. If the first condition is true, it's not even going to try the next condition. That's how short-circuiting works, which is very important here, because look at this statement here. If it ran through all of these statements, if it didn't have short-circuiting, it would check the size of the interaction area, or of the active areas. If it was greater than 0, if it was equal to 0, without short-circuiting, it's going to read this next section no matter what. And if we know that there are 0 active areas, and we try to look at the first active area, then of course that doesn't make sense. That's going to break everything, because there is no first active area, because there aren't any. So again, with short-circuiting, we check this first condition. The first condition returns true, so we can ignore everything after it. And we're done. If you don't like short-circuiting and you want to change it, wrap things in parentheses. That'll force the compiler to not short-circuit. Okay, so yeah, we fixed the interact system. Ain't that something? I think that's cause for celebration, and by celebration I mean change this song, because I've been listening to it for too long now. What do we got? We're pulling up a track right now. Smith's Cathedra. That one's fun. But no, we're not going to do that one. Copy Culture. I love Copy Culture. This is such a cute song. It's called Jazz Waltz Test in my notes, because it's a jazz waltz. Okay, let me get back to the Godot editor. Godot. The Godot bird. Alright, so next up in the list of things that I wanted to get done this week in terms of programming, character design coming soon, hopefully. We need to open something scary. The computer. No. Go away with that. I don't need that anymore, hopefully. I don't think I need that. I'll keep you open for now. I don't need Scene Swapper right now. I think I'm done with Damage Indicator for now. Do I need Battle I'll leave that open for now. Option wheel, action wheel, pause menu. Okay. I think it's time to pop open the text system, which is potentially the most complicated part in the game right now. Let me see if I can find where I have it. inventory levels, set text data. There we go. So we have text box control.scene, or no, yeah, text box control.scene. So if I pull in the 2D view, it's hidden because it's set to hidden. Sneed, formerly Chucks. I wonder what that's in reference to. So I believe that I have a modulatable like little triangle piece that I can use. I'm trying to find it here. I think it's under my battle textures, which is, it's a little bit spaghetti to not have it in the correct folder, but it is what it is. So icons, yep, arrow.png. So we're just going to drop arrow.png in, and we're going to rotate you 90 degrees, and then we're going to make you little. Not like that. We're going to scale nicely. You need to scale nicely. And then I'm going to take them and we're going to bring them to the bottom right corner of the text box like that. Make sure that's nice and lined up because we want this to look good. Stop snapping to the grid. There we go. Now you can snap to the grid again. So my idea is we're just going to have this little triangle thing, and it's going to flash in and out of existence whenever the text is done writing. I think that makes sense to me, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to call that finished indicator. Now we're going to pop open the code, the scary part. Is this the right? Yeah, this is the right one. I need to find, I think it's the set text function. So I got, or no, it's going to be in the delta function that I want to make things happen. So we've got the delta function here, or the process function, my bad. So if speaking equals 1, that's like the basically like if the dialogue is running, run the dialogue. I need to find where we are done. So it's going to be somewhere down here. If awaiting option here. So we're looking at this if action just released interact. I believe this is what. So if skip text cooldown. I'm not sure what skip text cooldown does. Let me look at skip text cooldown. Oh wait, I can do if character printed equals text content.length. So that's how we know that we're at the end, right? So it's still going to be under this speaking section. So I can put it under set tail, I suppose. Right? Is that the right one? Yeah, that's the right depth. So if characters printed is greater than or equal to text content.length n, that's a number. N is a number. So if characters printed is greater than or equal to text content.length, then we're going to run the finished indicator flicker. Actually, let me start with an else statement first. Else, we're going to make the finished indicator hidden. And then we need to do func finished indicator. Do we have a frame count? I don't know if I have a frame count. I don't think I have a frame count variable. I have something to that effect though. I think. Subconvo count, punctuation, selected option, speaking style. Do I really not have a frame count here? effect, all characters, speaking note, special param, options, tail is silent, skip line. I really don't have a frame count. There's gotta be. I don't have a frame count. Okay, I need to make a frame count. Bar frame count equals 0. Actually, hang on. I'll call this indicator frames. We can make this classy and clever. Indicator frames equals 0, right? And then I can copy this. And then in my delta function, indicator frames plus equals 1? No. We're going to put it in here. We're going to put indicator frames here, and then we're going to have an else statement here, and it's going to be like indicator frames equals 0, and then we're going to have this finish indicator function that runs here whenever we are at the end of a dialog thingy. And then I think we can do... Hang on, I need to add the indicator to the set style, the modulate. So right here where we set the text box text modulate, we need to set the modulate on the finished indicator as well, so it matches the color of the text on screen, because I think that would look better. And then we have indicator frames that's ticking up. How do you make like a V-shaped function? I've got an idea. I know how to do a V-shaped function. So if indicator frames mod 60, let's say it flashes once a second. No, that's too slow. We'll do mod 30. It'll flash twice a second. If indicator frames mod 30 is greater, or no, less than 15, then we're going to show the indicator. Otherwise, we're going to hide the indicator. And I think that's all we got to do. So now we mosey on down here. I think that's too fast. Also, it did not modulate. How dare it? Forbidden. It also needs to start hidden. Finished indicator dot modulate equals current speaking node dot text color. I don't see how that didn't work. Let me try again. That's strange. Okay. Well, I actually... Oh, let's just set option style. That's only if there's options. That's why. We need to set the modulate there. So that should fix the modulate issue. Yep, that's yellow now. Problem is... Okay. So it's not hiding correctly. Let me look at this. Oh, it's because I forgot the parentheses. So, you know, in programming, parentheses is what makes it a function versus a parameter. A method versus a parameter. This is object-oriented we're talking about. We don't have functions. We have methods because we're so fancy. This is basically just like returning a number because it's a parameter. I think this would crash Godot if we tried to do something with this value, but because we're not doing anything with it, Godot ignores this line altogether. But if we had parentheses, that tells Godot this is a method, something needs to happen here, and that thing that needs to happen is the indicator disappearing. Okay, so I think that's very distracting because it flashes too fast, but good start, good start. So instead of like every 30 frames, we could just do every 60 frames like I first thought. And if we do that now. Yeah. That more or less does it. It's not terribly pretty though. Also, I kind of want it up here. I think it's too close to the rim. Night on the rim being dim couldn't be me. This should fix it. So if we do that. Yeah, now it's in a more reasonable spot. And it plays well with option dialogue. Cool. Very cool and epic. We're going to float our way up here where the camera gets stuck, but that's on purpose. That looks good. I think that looks good. What are your thoughts, Mr. Viewer Man? I can see this like potentially obscuring dialogue in like some very niche cases, especially if like translators don't do their due diligence at some point. It all right? What do you mean it all right? I'm gonna jump into the purple void because of that. It good. So it's just good? Pew, pew, pew. Ain't that cute? Okay. If I join VC, you'll be good? I don't know. Sure. If you promise to be good, I'll call you up. No bad words.
Okay. Does the hypothetical action of killing John Lennon?
Yeah, that's... You can't say that. It's not allowed. I think...
I absolutely... I still hate how my fucking voice sounds.
Yeah, I think you can turn the stream down if you don't want to...
I just turned it off. I'm gonna listen to you. I can hear you talking.
Over! My watch statistics are gone.
No, I'm still watching it. I just muted the sound.
Okay, that's fine. I think I'm done with the coding stuff. I think I set out with a task to program some thingies, and the thingies got programmed. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? So I'm gonna pull up another song to celebrate. Let me find one. Let me find one. Untitled Forge. No. Let's see. Inner Hydro Plant. Oh yeah, this is a song that doesn't really have a place in my current plan for the story anymore, but I do like this song. But this song doesn't like me. It's silent.
It hates you.
Oh wait, no, that was something I was trying to make a alternate version of that track. This is not the one that I was trying to find. Untitled Inner Hydro Plant. Where is it called? Here it is. This is one of the songs that is in my Dead soundtrack. The chat loaded. Okay. So, let me look at the roadmap and look at the next stage. It's somewhere in here. Roadmap. I'm just gonna, what is it, Control S to strike through? No, Control K to strike through? No, that's Link. Is there a, You know, I'm a programmer, but I can't type. What is a strike through? Alt H4, what the heck? What's the... Control Alt Shift 5? Who's supposed to remember this? What? Control Alt Shift 5. Okay, sure, let's do Control Alt Shift 5. Oh, my computer's crashing now. No, I lied. That was funny though. That was a funny joke.
The stream crashed, by the way.
No, it didn't.
Oh, it's back up.
How do you
They
cross
nearly
something
died.
out? That's probably. Oh no!
Hold
this
on.
song's
If you go,
looping back.
it might be in It might be an edit. Trying to remember.
Let's see.
Actually, right click on the highlight and right click.
Yeah.
Text fitting format options. It might be in format options.
Oh my goodness. Alt text, text fitting, position, size and rotation. No, it's not.
No.
This is.
I know. I've looked at this before, and I used to know how to do it, but now I can't remember.
This is just terrible.
It might be in your edit bar as well.
Under edit? No. Wow. I'm paid to work with computers all day, and I don't know how to. I don't know how to do strike through text on Google Slides. It's over. I just want to I just want to mark one thing as complete on my little.
Oh, it's. Do you have format? It's in format,
Yes.
I think.
Text.
Uh.
Alt Shift 5. Okay.
I know your. I used to look through it.
Okay, so we've got a character and an OST track that need to be done this week, and then we can work on the stuff down here. I already did like a quick gloss-through at the start of the stream for these, but now that I know how to strike things through, I might go back and mark some of these done. I know that like 70 to 80% of the things on these older roadmaps are done. I really fell off. It's kind of over. Anyway, I gotta pull up another track because it's quiet. Nobody looks quiet.
Over.
It's true. It ended. Funky Untitled Caverns Hydro Plant Scrap Waste Alt. That is not good. Crystal Caverns a work in progress. Sure. No, wait, no, that's the early version of it. No, we can't do that. Judge, Jury, and Electrocutioner. I do like this track. Meow, meow, meow. This track is so spooky. I think it's time to open Blender. I think it's time to create a character. It's time to have fun for once. I'm tired of letting people tell me what to do. What have I done? I do not know what I'm looking at. I don't like this. I'm relaunching Blender. Yeah, I accidentally clicked one of these. They have video editing in Blender? I need to learn that. That's cool. They have 2D animation in Blender? Man, I don't know nothing. So my idea here. I have an idea. And you can tell me if you don't like it or not, but I know that you're gonna like it. Because I'm reading you like a book, man. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I've not used Blender in like way too long, so... Yeah, it's been a very long time since I've properly used Blender. I think the last time I used Blender was when I made the Nico design. So it's basically been a billion years. Here, I can use this to set the position exactly. And then we're going to use Boolean. We're going to apply the Boolean. And that's all we have for that song. That song's a little short, and it's going to loop, and it's not going to sound good. I need more songs. I need to make more music. Let me see if I can find a good... We're going to listen to Swinging Caves for 3 hours now. Because that's what it tends to boil down to. You know, it's not exactly the same. What? It's fine. So this guy here, and we're going to run another Boolean. Or not, apparently. What is this? What? Get out of there. Okay. Yeah, this is what I want. This is fine. We're gonna turn on texture mode just so that we can see the thingy. So I'm thinking experimental district with this lad.
You literally just have a bunker.
Yeah, goes kind of hard, doesn't it?
Bunky
maxing. I always forget that it's shift to multi-select and not like mass select because it's the opposite of how browsers do it. Anyway, we got
Mass
this
Effect?
thing. Huh? What?
Mass Effect?
I am the Mass Effect.
Get it? Because you're fat.
Yeah.
Josh
I actually
is
don't
big.
like the shape. I don't actually like the shape. I think the shape is invalid. Undesirable. I think I'm going to start with a hex, actually. Yeah.
Be gone, Pentagon.
Hexagon. Learn to count. Rah. So I need to do 22.5 degrees. Yep, that's flush. And then I'm going to add the cube again. I've made mistakes. And then we're going to run the little Boolean operation again. And then we're going to delete it. And then we're going to make it short. And then we're going to flip it.
I didn't know that Boo from Mario had an operation.
What?
Boolean operation.
Howdy, lemon bread. We are blessed with the presence of Planar Robit's editor, Mr. Knightley.
I create all of the worst ideas.
That's true.
Josh
true.
has never had a bad idea. He definitely didn't pay me to say that.
That's also true. Yeah, because I'm like...
Yeah, because Josh is broke.
I'm I'm kind of like the ideas man, you know, like steam-powered submarines, right? Horse-powered horse-powered airliners. Think about it.
No, I'm not gonna think about it.
That Crow Pro guy, he was onto something. Yeah, so this is kind of like a rough idea. I should also make these metallic. Oh, that's
Hey,
too
remember
metallic.
that time I crippled a child for story reasons?
No, that's not. Well, you need to behave. But also, yeah, that was a good writing choice.
Automobile powered boiler. Now he's getting it.
This guy knows. This guy knows. Be careful with those good
Could
ideas.
but
Important people might kill
could
you.
it run off of half a car?
Ooh. Honestly, I'd rather have 2 halves of a car than 1 whole car. It's going to be 22.5 degrees. Yeah, it's the way. That's the way.
What's the Russian TV show joke?
You have successfully hit a piece of metal 17 times. I am happy. Something along those lines.
Doesn't he win something and then immediately go to jail?
Oh yeah, you get photograph of motor car, but property is theft, so you go to jail. Something along those lines, I think.
This guy looks like he would follow orders.
This does look like someone who would follow orders. He's probably not a good guy. I kind of don't appreciate how like the bevel doesn't go perpendicular, or it doesn't go 45 degrees. You know, it shortcuts its way. It's lazy about it. I don't approve of that. I'll have to manually fix that. That's too much. Something along those lines, maybe?
Bevel it more.
No, never. I can't. I can't go any further. Okay, I think that is about right. Yeah. I think he's order follow maxing.
Bad news.
The votes. They're in.
The orders.
The orders, they're in. Bad news. Chat's in a state. The orders, they're in.
What do they
thoughts on
say?
This pointy? I think this is a no.
That's a terrible, horrible, no good. This guy, he went from follows orders to harasses somebody at a bar.
He went from follows orders to. This looks like one of the hats that people wear at Ramadan. I don't know. Edges.
No, it doesn't. What?
No, think about it. Okay,
That's what you say when like you just said something so unbelievably stupid.
More beveling. I will have 5 meters of bevel and 5 more meters of bevel.
My lawyers have advised me to not complete my joke.
Please don't. Don't say anything mean. This is a wholesome channel, and I hope you know that.
Yes. I'm sure glad there's no video of Peter Griffin getting his atoms rearranged on your channel.
Okay, I did make that video.
But other than that, it's a wholesome channel.
It was kind of funny though, because it was like, ah, sweet, man-made horrors beyond my comprehension, and then he, you know.
And then you were really, really, really loud.
Yeah, I was loud.
That was with your old mic, right?
That might be with my current mic. I'm pretty sure it was with my current mic actually. I've had this headset for a long time.
I don't think you should do green for the head. I don't think it works. I think you should make it darker and less reflective.
I could
That's
do
just
that.
a cube.
No, think about it. Think about it. Hang on. There's an idea. There's a method to the madness. It's not about the money, Batman.
It's not about the money, Batman. It's about the funny.
Ah, sweet. Man-made horror beyond my comprehension. Yeah. Yeah, I think we need more contrast between these parts. So, I'm gonna make this one more silvery.
You should just
Actually, darker. Darker.
Diverker.
Yeah, I think... Oh no. You know what I just made? Harder, better, faster, stronger. It's
In the
Daft
end,
Punk.
everything is Daft Punk.
Oh no. I didn't mean to.
This is like when when a Dead Mao just accidentally recreated Darude Sandstorm on a live stream.
Yeah, I don't know. He's gonna need a color to him. I'm gonna make him green.
Your punk has been dafted, Josh.
I am daft.
I went clothes shopping today for like the first time in a year and a half.
I actually did the same just recently, except I bought it all online. Like I looked at the tags of all the clothes that I wear to find the exact brand and like type of clothes, so I could buy the exact same
So
thing
you
over
could
and over
continue
again.
to buy the same monocolor t-shirts.
Yes, I wear literally the exact same outfit every single day. I'm like a cartoon character. They cannot stop me. Yeah, I think what I might need to do is just make this slit smaller. Because like the idea is that it's a slit, right? So it's like, wah. Because he's supposed to be like a pretty armored feller. We wouldn't want this to be black because that would make it hard to see the slit. So it needs to be like, it can be gray. That's okay, that's allowed. It's not the worst. And that's a little dark. I think what hurts is here, I'm just gonna turn off lighting for now, just so I can like get a view of it. I think there's got to be a way to like make his head look more armored, although it's more of it's already like kind of turtled, you know. What do you think? Oh right, you're watching the stream, so you've got like a 1 minute. Actually, no, you don't have much of a delay at all. There's very little delay in the stream.
I liked the original. I think dark green and a gray head works better.
Okay, yeah, I can swap it. Like that. Okay. And we can change it later. All right, he's gonna need a body. I'm gonna do just like a placeholder body for now. Heavy. How big the delay is? You wonder how big the delay is. Probably not very long. I would guess like 5 seconds. I'm trying to think about like the proportions of this fella. It's like he's obviously gonna have that that masculine broad shoulder, medium waist. Hypothetically test it by one of you sending messages in the Discord. Or
The delay, from
send
what
a
I can
message
tell,
now.
is like, I would say about 10 seconds.
Send a message. There. That should give you a frame of reference as to how long the delay is. So I'm thinking about the proportions of this fella. I might do... I'm thinking I want him to be like kind of a tanky lad, but also, you know, he's like got to be like a relatively fit robot. I actually have more ideas as to how his arms and body will work. So let me go ahead and like add a noodle for his arm just to start with, if I can find it. Oh, it's because I'm in edit mode instead of object mode. Add a noodle, a Bezier noodle. And then we rotate.
Thoughts on smiling friends?
It's pretty good.
Thoughts on nihilism?
Of course you're allowed to make a Roby and also a Robit. Yeah, you're allowed to do that. I don't own the style. You know, I'm stealing the style from Bug Fables and Paper Mario anyway.
Nothing new under the sun.
That's true. Solomon was right. There's nothing new under the sun. Okay, so we gotta give him his noodle arm. Again, this is all just very, very rough outlining. I'm assuming that his body should actually be... We should stick with an octagonal motif for this guy, just like Abby. .5 degrees. Bring it down. Oh, you know what this is reminding me of? There was this Flash game called Second Wind, and there was a knight that looked just like this dude. And if you hugged him and you had a high charisma stat, then he would be nice. And if you didn't, then he would kill you.
Average Flash game lore?
Yeah. Second Wind was a good Flash game. They don't make them like they used to anymore. Because they can't.
I sound so much worse through this mic than my phone mic. Like, I've heard myself on video from my phone and from video and then from here, and I sound so much worse on here.
I think it's fine. I think you're fine. New person just joined the stream. Please be aware that this is the rough phase of modeling. So like the character looks very goofy right now. We're ironing out the kinks and such. That's the
But you have to actually weave the fabric first before you can iron out kinks.
That's true. There's no fabric to be woven. The fabric economy is in shambles. I have not seen Riding the Waves with Alpha and Zulu. Okay, so I think his arm needs to be a little bit longer if I'm going to do it this way. But the idea... Let me just fix his arm a little bit more. Okay, I'm not liking the arm, but it's okay. I've got an idea for the arm that I think will be cool. So we start with the circle like Kirby. No. We start with one of these. Okay. Robotic. I'm a fan of robotic characters. There's actually a design that I found on a Markdown book, a book on Markdown that I'm gonna basically steal for a character. I'm not gonna like steal it, you know. I'm gonna make it my own, but it was a design that I thought was cool, so I'm gonna replicate it. So then we're going to use a Boolean right here to just subtract all that. So we got this thing here. Make it a little smaller, a little taller, a little wider, a little shorter, a little bigger, a little bit like that maybe. I need to learn the cableator plugin for Blender, because it's actually really good for doing things like this. But the idea is he's gonna have like a no, apply transformation. Stop that. Control A. Apply all transformations. Don't do that, actually. Control A, apply rotation. Yeah, okay, now it lets me do that. His arm is so stubby. Oh my goodness, why have I done this? He needs a big boy arm to have this big old thing on it. The problem is, I want this to be like almost like a buckler, you know, like half the length of his arm, and it's gonna have to be like really small to be half the length of his arm because his arms are thick. Actually, I can bring this further down, like that maybe. Maybe. I've actually received other fan art in the past of somebody trying to use the Robit art style. I thought it was very sweet of them. That was by, oh dear, what was his name? I feel so bad because I'm forgetting it now. It was the Bebots guy. What was his name?
It's pinned in the chat if I remember correctly.
I've got DMs with the lad. Peeps, that's it. His name was Peeps. It's Van. He's gonna say a bad word and get me banned. The trash man robot. You know what? This is actually reminding me of the Junker, Stinky Pete. This is reminding me of the Junker robot from Paper Mario, or not Paper Mario. What is it called? What was it? Bowser's Inside Story. That's it. He looks like the trash guy from Bowser's Inside Story. I think he's actually called Junker. The Green Lantern. This is why we love having Van in the chat. He's very funny.
He definitely wouldn't do anything horrible.
He absolutely would. He would like give you like a really poorly welded sandwich. I don't know. Trying to find that nice turquoise color that I usually use. It's somewhere
Turkish?
in that range. No, not that. No. I want this color. This 0.333. What was the saturation on this? Full saturation and then 0.220. That's not right. So something along the lines of that. I still don't like his body at all because I didn't actually do his body. Curious. Now he really looks like a trash can. He's the trash man. What makes robots have gender expression? It's kind of deep cut lore. I can't really explain it because it kind of spoils things that are like revealed throughout the game. But I don't know. It's just the way they're born.
It's super secret endgame lore.
Yeah.
If you stick around long enough, you'll probably end up hearing us explain it when we go over that part of the story for the however billionth time.
Yeah, I hope we don't spoil it too much though. But it's not like Futurama where like male and female robots have like certain parts. Like in Futurama, like male robots have antennae. It's not like that. It's not like it's not like based on their external appearance. Like actually I suppose I can reveal it in a way that doesn't leak anything. Smith, the robot who builds all of the robots, or at least who drafts designs for, or approves designs for, and checks all robots before they leave the assembly line. He gives them chassis that innately match whatever their predicted personality will be like. So like basically
The
robot
ECU.
physiognomy. Spoilers, but also it's robot physiognomy.
I don't know what ECU means.
It's still spoilers.
Nuh-uh.
39 indie horror deck builder roguelikes. Oh yeah, well this one's gonna be the hardest because it's I think that
There's nothing to take down yet.
I think Sisyphus Rolling the Boulder Simulator is the best roguelike.
Are we ready for Josh to spend more on his internal version of Japanese chess than the actual game itself?
Well, it's actually just gonna be like normal chess. Like it only resembles shogi
Here
in
he
name.
goes.
Just because like I like that shogi can be turned into a robot pun by calling it rogi. Can I do this? This is a little feminine, I think. I think that's
Not the proper
I don't know.
basis for the character.
What if we?
He's a macho man.
You're right. He's a macho man. We need to have the most exaggerated body. He needs the broadest shoulders.
Huh? You need to build an iron golem.
Macho man. I've got to be a macho man. That is... Hang on, wait a minute. Am I cooking? How ridiculous is this? But I actually think it's kind of fun. Oh no.
That is actually kind of good. No, a bit further out. T-Rex him.
So, oh my goodness. Okay, I don't think it needs to be that wide, but like Johnny Bravo, yeah, he does have the Johnny Bravo physique. I think this is a little much, but something like that. That's like super duper exaggerated, but I kind of like it. It's kind of fun. They're robots. It's okay if he has like kind of a negative body stereotype because he's not actually a person. So it's like, it's not that bad, I promise. Saying he needs his
This is why you can feel okay killing everybody across.
Nuh-uh. Art is often about mastering exaggeration. That's true. That's true. This man is crazy exaggerated.
This man is natty. Trust. He just takes a lot of creatine.
That could be true. That could be true.
What's the fact check say on that?
Drinks a gallon of milk every day, then he does his uppercuts.
Careful now.
Tick, tick, boom!
How does he keep getting away with it? So is this guy like a mass-produced shitty version of Charge, basically?
He could be. I don't know. I was thinking of him as like a sort of like an armored guy. I don't know.
Josh doesn't actually know what anime is, so he won't get that reference.
Need that One Piece level of exaggerations? One Piece of what? A piece of what?
The author still doesn't know, apparently. 1,000 plus chapters in, he hasn't figured it out yet.
Dang.
He's just like me.
He never found the piece. The one. Ew, stop that. Control Shift A. No, that's S. Control Shift A. Shift A. No, Control A. Apply rotation. Let's go. The twig leg. He skipped leg day. On, you know what this is reminding me of now? It's reminding me of the killbots from Futurama. The one that have like the tracks and they're like.
He's also reminding me of the police brutality.
Yeah,
bot.
yeah, the guy who's got like the like straight out of like a 70s cop show, like the guy with the black voice. That's actually one of my favorite robots in Futurama. He's funny. He's got a really good voice. That's a bit much. He's got to have a wide stance though. He's a big scary guy. His legs, yeah. It was back in 2001, or in 2002 rather. He had leg day, and they fell.
What does he just say? What did he mean by this?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like how his appendages mesh with the body though. I think this arm is too bulky. Also, I'm not sure how I'm gonna like manage the whole buckler situation. Because like if I were to just like join all these, for example, and then I did like a mirror on them. Mirror. That's cool. Yeah, because I have to convert this to a mesh before I can actually mirror it. And then I can mirror. Like, that's what he looks like. I don't like this at all. I actually really dislike this this character. Hey, thank you for backing up my files. Mass-produced indie horror. I don't know. I don't really play games that much. I chose Unlimited Bacon, but no games.
Mass-produced indie horror? Everything. I mean, I am old enough to remember the FNAF clone days, so this doesn't really, like... This isn't anything new to me. The FNAF and Slenderman clones.
I think you're the same age as Lemon Bread, Tread.
Yeah, but there's... Okay, I've been on the internet long enough. I don't know how long Lemon Bread's been on the internet.
You've been on
Because if they were sheltered from that era, which I would hope...
Every single... been on the internet long enough to be banned from every single platform at least once. 50 times from Discord.
Who, Rifles? Okay. Then today doesn't really seem like that bad compared to back then.
$2012. That's pretty cool. I think that's when I first made my YouTube channel. No, that's not. No, my YouTube channel's from 2016. I've been on YouTube a lot longer, but that's when I made my channel, so. I'm using the exact same boot design I used on Sarge and Vector. It's a I'm not being lazy. It's the design language. I promise, it's design language. It's not me being lazy. What do we got? We need to mirror. Okay, 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 okay. I think, okay. Yeah, okay, okay. He isn't the worst now. Boots made me change my opinion of this man. He has drip. It is drip or drown, and brother, it is starting to rain. He looks like a Mega Man. Yeah, yeah. I'm not a fan of horror games. In fact, this sounds weird, but I'm not a fan of games at all. But that's just because I don't actually have time to play games, unfortunately. I have time for
No, it's actually
unlimited
because
bacon,
he's an
though.
elitist prick. You heard it here first. He thinks
Robit
every
game
other
the
game is
best
bad
game.
except for his
Rah!
game.
No. I don't think my game's good at all, but I'm trying. I want
To
it
be
to
fair, you also think Bug Fables is good.
Yeah, it's an amazing game.
That's
Code base
your
is...
your gaming opinions are like always just it revolves back to Bug Fables good, Thousand Year Door good, Kingdom Hearts good.
Yeah. Those are like the
Ace
three biggest
Combat good.
inspirations. Those are the three biggest inspirations in all of Planar Robit. Kingdom Hearts, Bug Fables, and Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. I don't know. This dude's kind of goofy. I think there's got to be something I can do. That's true. Plants vs. Zombies is really good. Then they had a sequel and those buggers sold out. How could they? Oh dear. That's you know, this is like almost like the papyrus physique, you know? I'd like to note that I don't think I have a single robot that has a nose or a neck.
Abel. No, you got rid of Abel's neck.
Abel does not have... Actually, no, I think he does. I think Abel does have a neck.
Does
Yeah, he does. Sort of.
Let me check.
Hang on, I've got
What's
it.
the closest thing to a neck?
I've got the data. We looked at the data. And we found that Abel does have a neck.
Natasha.
It doesn't count. It's hidden.
Okay, now you're just playing the semantics
It's obscured.
game.
It doesn't count. If Natasha has a neck, then Nima has a neck, and that doesn't make sense. Unless this does count as a neck, in which case, fine, it's a neck. But yeah, most characters don't have necks. I always put... Actually, no. Valerie has a neck. Yeah, okay, I guess... Okay. Huh. Okay, I guess characters do have necks. Shoot. I lied. I'm a liar. Most characters don't have necks, though. Eris has a neck as well. Okay. I lied. I'm a liar. I really like Abigail. I think she's my most complicated design. She looks really good. Robit. Yeah, me too. Me too. Nico's design is really good too. Man, I'm just looking at Robit. Pyra needs a redesign so bad. Her model is ancient. I made it in Paint 3D actually.
Like, are the Fire Squad the only Paint 3D models remaining?
Yes. Yeah, because I redid Nico and I redid Volk.
Nope, my model.
Oh, yep, your model. Yep, Sir Knightley. We still have Kathy. Kathy is still in here, even though I redesigned her. She's still in Blender. We have Jack. I've not drawn Jack because he's like.
Yeah, well, Jack.
He's kind of like hideously inhuman. I'm kind of uncomfy by him.
He's kind of a hideous crime against all that is holy, and I'm not very comfortable with that being in the game.
Look at
oh
Nixon,
no,
though.
the OG Tack and Tank. No, I forgot about.
I started on those characters and I didn't finish them. Oh, we got Frix. Frix looks really good in Paint 3D actually.
Cynthia as well.
Yeah.
Did you remake Cynthia?
I did not remake her, but yeah, Frix is still actually Paint 3D.
Frix is your best Paint 3D model.
He's pretty clean, yeah.
It will probably eventually be time to remake.
I'll have to, because I can't pose characters in Paint 3D because I have to reset my camera every time and it takes forever to get the right angle. So I'm just gonna have to export them to.
And also Blender is just better in almost every other way.
Well, the thing is with Blender is you can have a fixed camera, so like you can pose the character, break camera, pose them, and so on.
You didn't. Oh yeah, Lemon Bread. Fun fact: how many? Like over 20 of the original characters were all designed in Paint 3D initially.
Mm-hmm.
Before Josh ended up starting. That was a bad sentence.
Like even the current Sarge design, which took me a very long time to come up with, is actually in Paint 3D as well.
Wasn't Sarge the one where you like?
I made a terrible mock-up of him.
What was the first character you switched to Blender for?
That is a good question. I can actually let me save this guy first. What are we gonna call this guy? Hoovy. I'm gonna call him Hoovy for now. Heavy guy. I can sort by date modified. Sand block. Katie's room. Air conditioner. That was the first character I made.
Shut up.
The texture's missing. No. I painstakingly drew an air conditioner texture. Wait, are all these models oh no! All these models that had textures that I made for Scrap Wastes are broken because of the migration I had to do in November. Shoot.
It shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, I mean the textures are still there. I just have to relink all of them, which is annoying. Let me see if I can find it. It might be Dottie. She might be the first one I did in Blender.
Or was it
Dottie. Install Wizard. No, I did Install Wizard, then Patina, then Dottie, then Dash.
Yeah, I remember now. I remember Install Wizard, and then Patina was like the first character where Blender was just like, whoa, this is way better.
Yeah, I did Install Wizard. This is one of the ones that I learned on. His texture's missing, so he's pink now. Breast cancer awareness. And then we had Patina. She's adorable.
Patina.
Womp womp.
There is nothing going on behind those eyes.
That's true. She does not have eyes behind those eyes.
She doesn't even have thoughts. Patina, I remember, was really, really popular in the Buggables channel.
I think so, yeah. And she's still really popular among Planar Robit circles.
Yes.
I made some freehand decals on her chest too whenever I made her 2D. Which is rare. I usually don't do freehand stuff, but Sometimes it's appropriate.
Why does Van just make the worst fan art ever?
He's really good at that, and I appreciate it because he puts in effort to make it
I
as bad as
appreciate
possible.
I appreciate it, but
Katie, bow or shame dot blend. Oh yeah, so this is what I mean. Like, I can pose her in I can pose her in Blender, which is better.
Lemon, you
Fan
gotta
art
remember
my
that the
fan art is
entire
short.
reason
Call it fart. At fart.
You gotta realize the only reason there is a Planar Robot community is because I kept harassing Josh to make a server, and then I ended up making it without his permission and inviting him and inviting all of the other people who knew about the game,
Yeah, he's the
which
owner
was
of the
like
server.
4 people. So
Able.blend.
Josh likes the community now, but he didn't want the community initially.
Yeah, I felt like it was jumping the gun because I wasn't comfortable with like bringing so much stuff out for a game that I wasn't proud of. I'm still not terribly proud of it yet. I like the character designs, but not much behind
But
it.
you would not have put in as much effort as you have so far if you didn't have the backing of people actually caring about it.
That's true. We have Smith. He has big shoes. Oh, still
Also,
going.
Nutcracker Abel was a thing.
That's true. That's true. That was Lumpy.
Lumpy is the MVP of fan art. I'm
He
sorry
is.
to everybody else, but
I like Dan.
is that still your profile background, the Natasha picture?
Do you
Or
mean
your
my?
phone background?
Yes, it is. The Natasha picture is still my phone background, and the Katie picture, or Natasha's my lock screen, and Katie is my phone background.
The Katie Yeet.
Yeah. Burrell.blend. Who's Burrell, you may be wondering? Well, it's this guy. Low
Yeah,
poly
if you
Burrell.
Lemon, if you go into the fan art channel and check, you will see all of Lumpy's really, really cool and awesome stuff.
This one's got to be one of my favorites, though. I really, really like Abby.
I feel like Natasha is the most popular side character, and I think it's just gonna stay that way.
She is my favorite side character. The Saxy version of Flybot? What? We don't use no. There's no robot sex. There's nothing like that.
That is banned.
That
It's
is
against
never
It's against the rules.
It's again you broke the rules.
You broke the rules.
That's not how robots are made. When a mommy robot and a daddy robot love each other very much,
They fill out
they
WRS-22.
exactly. They fill out a form. And they write down what parts that they want ordered, and then Smith approves it, and then the Forge builds the baby robot, and then it's shipped. Do robots date? Robots do date. Yeah. There's
Robots, there
there's
is
relationships,
love.
there's families, there's love. Yeah. Robot
There's a lot
families
more
are
death, though.
robot families are a lot smaller than people families, though. And there's
But you're also much more likely to get a multi-generational household.
parent-child relationships are kind of rare, actually.
Well, logically, you should have more multi-generational households.
Parent-child relationships are pretty rare. Like, all the K units are sisters, but they're sort of like, most of them are distant sisters. Like some of them are like closer, like Katie and Kathy. Nima is
Also,
an
Lemon,
orphan. Very sad.
am I allowed to tell him, like, robot population level, like, the amount?
Yeah, sure, why not? It doesn't
Like,
relate too much.
there's only, like, I think we agreed, like maybe 750,000 robots in the entire world.
Yeah,
like,
somewhere a
robots.
little under 1 million. They're expensive.
1/3 of them live in the city. 1/3 of them live in the districts, and 1/3 of them live in nowhere.
Yeah.
They're kind of hermits who live on the outskirts of society. Those are like older
Well,
robots
it's
who
the scrap.
are
It's the scrap robots too. Like Katie and
yes,
Sarge live
scrap
outside of any major
robots,
cities.
robots who are old and have been replaced and are just kind of out there to die.
More than the population of robots IRL. That's true. That's true.
Granted, the lesser machine population is in the billions of billions. Like, there's...
Yeah. Internet of Things became Planet of Things.
Like,
there's like trillions. There could even be trillions of lesser machines. There's just that many. They're all over the place.
does nanotech exist? Did we ever have that debate?
I think it would exist in very specialized scenarios. I think that
Yes.
it wouldn't exist outside of a controlled environment just because, you know, the
Yeah.
tiniest of inacclimate environmental factors would kill thousands of them, and it would just fall apart.
And then, of course, there's the laser shield debate.
It's okay. It's a electromagnetic
Lemon
field.
isn't here right now, so we shouldn't explain that, right? But
yeah, no, it's fine. It's an electromagnetic field in the same way that like Katie can grab things with electromagnetic forces. You know, you can repel things with those same electromagnetic forces, and that's the energy shield. It can be penetrated by like thermal attacks, lasers.
To be fair, anything going fast enough can penetrate.
Freaking magnets. How do they work? Yeah. Magic. Camera, are you going to let me affect you, please? Can I...
Josh, aren't you glad that this world is a good world and there's nothing bad that ever happens in it?
Yeah, I'm glad that nothing bad ever happens.
Aren't you glad that you didn't hire somebody, or you don't pay me?
Where's my
Aren't you glad that
camera settings?
you requested my help and then I proceeded to like actively make the world worse at every opportunity?
I don't see why it's not letting me edit my camera. There's supposed to be like an extra button for my camera settings.
I went to Chick-fil-A today.
What did you get?
A chicken sandwich with cheese and lettuce and pickles.
Good choice, good choice. I've been staying away from
It was
fast food.
alright. It cost more than it should have, but I didn't pay for it, so it was okay.
I don't understand why the camera options aren't here. Here, I'm just gonna save this and restart
out of
Blender.
camera option?
I'm restarting
Josh.
Blender because I don't.
He's
I don't
gonna
have a
blend
camera.
himself. Stop him.
Just
He's
like
Hank
Hank.
with the blender.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't get it. Why is that not here?
Okay. Madness Combat is a subtle influence on your art, but it's definitely there.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but it's there.
I can't find the camera settings. I don't get it. Right click on an inactive camera, set active camera. No. Because I can set my own focal length, but I can't set the camera's focal length. Like, I can't access the camera's properties. Like, it doesn't let me select the camera at all. Why? Are you seeing this? Oh, it's because I'm in edit mode, probably. Fuck, I'm retarded. I shouldn't have said that. That was mean. Okay, so if I set myself
I feel like
to
that
the
word
camera
is not as bad as it used to be.
How do I zoom?
I hear a lot more people saying it. YouTube probably doesn't like it still, though.
I still don't see... Oh, finally. Now the option is here. Okay. So we do what we always do. We zoom out until he's barely visible. Then crank up the focal length so that we have a good perspective on him. Like so. This character design kind of sucks, if I'm being honest. I don't like it.
I like it. I think it looks cool.
I think he's so basic, though. He's so boring.
Josh, when he discovers basic enemies.
He's too basic, though. That's kind of cool.
Josh, how many times have you copy and pasted the K design with like minor alterations to geometry?
No, they're not that basic. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Van. This design doesn't go hard.
The triangle, okay. The K design are four sticks, a triangle, and a box.
Yes. And that's
Okay,
that's a good thing.
The actual dimensions of the K design have not reasonably changed in any significant way since the original design.
Yeah. You got a problem with that?
In fact, Abel hasn't really changed that much, except his
became
skin got
3D.
de-oranged and grayed.
He got rid of the
Abel
gross
was
spray
orange.
tan.
The fact that Abel was orange is like such a cursed piece of information.
They got rid of his spray tan. Tread, I got an idea, and I think you're gonna hate it, but I'm gonna do it. Excuse me.
I'm watching. I'm watching.
You're gonna hate it.
You've stuck a 2x4 through him.
Clipping.
You're not giving him wings, are you?
No. Suspenders.
That is...
He's got suspenders. It didn't change the way I wanted it to.
I sent my message, which answers how I feel about it.
Oh man, your opinions are so bad about it that that just saying them will get me banned from YouTube.
Yeah, that's why I texted them.
YMCA. That's funny.
It's funny and it's layered.
Yeah, because I could like... Oh no. No, I didn't mean to do that. That is like the goofiest thing I've ever done. That's too goofy.
Josh does something to piss me off. Josh, 10 seconds later. Why did I do this thing?
I have regrets now. I will keep the belt. The belt is fine.
What if you made him like... What if you made the head comically small? Pinhead.
I don't think that's a good thing.
I don't think it's a good thing, but I
That
think
is
it'd be
awful.
funny. But it's really funny.
I feel
Who
like
you call it Pinhead?
I feel like this character design needs to be thrown out and restarted. I kind of hate it.
I feel like that's untrue, and you should keep working on it. You shouldn't just quit on your first new character design in how long?
First new one since Abby, and I did Abby, I don't know, I did Abby on April 17th. It's been a month. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so don't quit. Keep working at it.
So I like his head. I think his.
I like the arms.
I think the arms are fine. Yeah.
So it's the body and legs. I think it's the body type is even fine. I think it's the legs that are just kind of oob. What's Van saying? I'm too far away from the computer to actually read
Said
the chat.
lumberjack robot. Suspenders. Yeah. I think making the shoulders less pronounced. Like they're still extreme, but like a bit less pronounced.
That
Van
works.
says he doesn't like the arms, but you say you like the arms. Who should I trust?
Ooh. My son. On one hand, you have guy who has been working with you for over a year on this project. On the other hand, you have Van, who makes the worst memes known to man. Who will you choose?
He doesn't like the arms? They're gonna be two arms, Van. He's a robot. Rah! 32. 302. He's back. He got the lemons. The lemon emoji. I didn't even realize. The lemon emoji. What if he had a tank on his back? Why does he have a tank on his back? Don't ask questions.
Here's a post.
He's like, kind of got like some scuba vibes going on.
I
don't know.
think you're gonna find this extremely funny and a little bit frustrating, but mostly funny.
Oh no. Is it something we can share with the whole class?
How about you read it and tell me?
Oh no. I maxed out 1 million on my credit cards and fled to the USA. Fellow netizens, I'm graduating from university and about to leave. Before leaving China, I maxed out my business cards from various banks.
Returning to China.
Oh, before returning to China, I maxed out my credit cards from various banks, personal and business cards totaling $140,000, equivalent to $1 million Chinese yen. A big thanks to you, Chase, Citibank, and American Express for supporting me over the past 3 years. Although your banking services are excellent, I always remember that I am Chinese and my mission is to revive China. Let me use this first pot of gold in my life to contribute to my motherland. This is also a strong blow to American imperialism, a final lesson for American capitalists. This is why loans are evil.
This guy, like,
I don't think that guy's
with the concept of
the thing
taking
is-
down big business, but like he's doing it for Chinese communists.
I don't think he's a bad guy because he's doing like what is best for him. I think that most intelligent people in that situation would do that exact same thing. And the only reason why something that bad can happen is because usury is a sin, and it's just allowed in the United States for some reason.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
I will not hate the sinner. I do not hate sinners. You're supposed to hate the sin.
I
though.
said don't hate the player. What?
Yeah, I know.
You should give him. So you know, like multiple launch rocket system trucks. What's up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Give him a rocket.
Rocket. So like, if you like, wah, wah. What if he did?
It would
like-
make sense. He has to be big and broad-shouldered.
Oh, what if he had spotlights on his shoulders? How cool would that be? Me just like
I think that would
completely.
be less cool than him having rockets on his shoulders that he could shoot at you.
No, it's not the same. It's like one of those diving suits, you know? And they got the big spotlight shoulders. But fine. I actually don't really want to go through all the effort of modeling a missile, if I'm being honest. I think that's a ton of effort. But yeah, I don't know. I am just like really not vibing with this character design though. It kind of it's kind of like gross to me. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I've referenced it, but I've not read it. I'm so guilty.
It's a good book. I've read it like 6 times. It was the first really large novel that my parents bought for me. I read it like in 1st and 2nd grade.
Yeah.
Because I was weird and I did that kind of thing back then. And then I read it like once every 3 years since.
Okay. I'm trying to remember the last book I read. It was probably a book of the Bible with my Bible study. Beyond that, I cannot remember the last book I read. It was probably
My
Brave
favorite
New
part
World.
of it is where
Maybe it was
the guy
1984.
goes off the grid and commits global terrorism in a submarine, and that's the plot of the book. Because he hates the global system. He's literally me.
That's so true, bestie. I think there's just got to be something I can do with his body to add some design, some flair. You know, he's boring right now. Or maybe he should be holding something, a cool weapon, perhaps. What kind of weapon would a lad like this with pauldron, not pauldron, buckler arms have as a weapon? He would probably have like a gun or something.
I don't know, maybe rockets on his shoulders like I suggested.
No, he needs to hold something. It's different. It's not the same.
Okay.
It's not the same.
Just punch you.
It's been an honor traveling 20,000 leagues under the sea with you. I don't know. I've lost that creative flair. I think it's over for me. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really tempted to throw this design out. Here, I'm gonna work on another one. I'm gonna save this one for now and put it on the back burner. And I'm gonna work on a different dude, because I'm not happy with that one. He said a mean thing about my mother.
Lemon, you joke, but like that's unironically something that kind of happens in the book.
You're spoiling it.
It's been out for like 100 years. I don't care.
That's fair. I think the most recent book I read that wasn't a book of the Bible was probably Brave New World. That book had a freaking dark ending. I actually kind of wanted to cry. Stoplight Robot. He's onto something. He knows.
Lego 2x2 stud.
It's not the same. How long has this song been playing? It's been playing too long. Stop it. We're changing.
This is me when I have the stream muted and don't have to listen to the song for 6,000 times on repeat. I do it
Subject
anyway, but
the most intense cold day in heck? No. Too far.
neon light pollution.
Yeah, neon light pollution's a good one. I do like neon light pollution. That was the first song that I made where I was like, yeah, this is really good.
I think we should make prisons more luxurious so people have to stay there longer.
What?
Or we could just throw them in a hole, and if you climb out, you're free, but, like, it's a really deep hole.
They're gonna crab bucket each other. Nobody's gonna get out.
And then we put cameras outside the hole, and then we sell it.
Okay. I'm down.
Make the private prison system something entertaining.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's alright.
I think I'm a good person.
Yeah, I think that's something that a good person would suggest.
Time for me to check my weekly update on the war in Sudan. Okay, we're up to... It's finally updated. It's between 15,000 and 150,000 people have died.
Holy moly, man.
That's just... slight statistical discrepancy.
Another 100,000. That's sad.
What's another 100,000? Expected?
Doesn't it look like this stoplight is wearing a baseball cap?
If
What's
this
the
guy
deal with
doesn't
that?
speak in a New York accent, you will have failed.
Yeah, he's gonna hold a stop sign. What if he's like the road worker guy? You know what I'm saying?
I know who you're referring to. Did we finally discover a design that isn't terrible on every possible level?
Well, we can have both this guy and Ronaldo. We can double dip.
I don't know, man. Is this yet another Colonel Metro character?
No, he could go in a lot of places, man.
But he's gonna go in Colonel Metro.
No, I'm thinking actually Path to the Mines.
The fuck you gonna be doing out there?
The road closure, or rather the rail closure.
No, we need a Conehead guy.
Someone's in VC in the Robit server? It's Van? Van, buddy. I'm not gonna join the call. You're gonna say something that's gonna get me permanently banned off of YouTube.
They're actually gonna send somebody to Josh's house, and he's just gonna get killed.
Yeah, they're gonna send somebody to my apartment and like, I don't know, like break my wall down. I know, man. This is kind of a cool design for a character's head. He's got the hat on. The famous clip of TF2 gameplay. I think I know which clip you're talking about. The one where it's like, "Hey guys, I'm a streamer," and then he starts screaming
Yes,
the N-word
I
over
was
and over
watching
again.
that earlier today. Wow, he can speak in Morse code.
Yup. Alright, so obviously because this guy's head is so blocky, his design language is blocky. So he's gotta be blocky. What if he's just like tall and thin? What if that's his thing? This is fine. It will happen again? Nuh-uh. You know that saying that word is worse than slavery itself, right? Why is he this color? It's kind of weird. The lighting makes it look like he's bronze, but he's supposed to be yellow. And I'm thinking maybe you should. Oh, it is falling behind because of lag? Oh, it sucks.
It happened for me a bit, but I think it's possibly a partial client-side thing.
Okay. I hope so. I'm still using a mobile hotspot for my stream because I still don't have internet installed in my apartment. I'll be getting it a week from today, unfortunately. It should have been much sooner, but they had some miscommunication. Can I please just like copy this material? How do you do this? Copy. And then...
And now Josh has committed plagiarism.
Paste.
10,000 years in jail now.
That's true. I plagiarized myself one day. I can't forgive myself for that.
Also, don't do drugs, kids, because if you do, you go to hell before
you die. That's a fact.
How is that a real ad?
Captain Luabana was right. You actually do go to hell before you die. Don't do drugs. Ever. That's bad.
Lemon is using TNT DSL in 2024. Help this man.
I thought this would be like kind of a cool like design bonus. This is just bad. Whoa, you can whoop. You can do that. You can check it. You can whoop. That's fun.
Josh, last time you were in... I will say this, last time you really wanted to hammer out a character design, you were having no luck. You also used paint. That's when you did the twins.
What?
I remember when you used paint to design the twins?
Oh yeah, I did use MS Paint to design the twins. That's right.
Holy shit, this man's on 3 megabyte per second internet in 2024. Help him.
Dang. You know,
man's using smoke signals over here.
Where you live might be too urban, but Starlink is pretty good actually. It's Swords Machine from Ultra Kill. Now he looks like he has a ball gag. I don't like that. That's icky. That's icky. No dice. That sucks. Yeah, I think in Texas, you probably live in an area that's too urban for Starlink. In Wyoming, they actually pay you, or they don't pay you to get Starlink, of course, but they give really big discounts to Wyoming users because it's so underpopulated that the satellites are just floating by, not selling any data. They're not making any money, so they're giving discounts to Wyoming residents to sell it a little better. This guy looks like a nerd. Spotlight managed to go to ninja college and got a black belt on his forehead. Hell yeah. You know it.
Mini boss?
No, he's not a mini boss. This guy's a dweeb. He's a dweebus guibus. I hope you know what that means.
When was the last mini boss you designed?
Let me think. Fire team? Maybe
Damn.
maybe a Kirsty mini boss?
I think you should design a mini boss soon.
Rosette mini boss. You flick her
No.
and then she cries, and that's it. Poor Rosie. Is this being streamed elsewhere? No, I only
That's a
stream
lot
on
of the
YouTube for now.
characters in this game.
I might multi-stream later on, but right now I don't really have a lot of interwebs.
You should make me chat mods so I can preemptively ban Guy.
Maybe Van, maybe. I think
Actually, being chat mod in case I need to delete something posted by Van.
that's a good idea. I will make you mod. Do not abuse it, please.
How the fuck am I gonna abuse it? There's like 2 people in here.
You're gonna 1984 lemon bread out of chat. I can already tell it's gonna happen.
Bro, Lemon's internet is doing that already. I don't need to do shit.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I don't think I have any mini bosses in here other than the fire team and maybe Kirsty. Please don't ban. Yeah, I'm looking here. I can't see, because like all the characters that you fight are like full-on normal bosses. Yeah, I'm looking. I don't see any that you would fight as a mini boss other than the fire team. Maybe Vector, but he's kind of chill though. Vector's kind of chill though. He's chill like that. Maybe Smith as like an optional unbeatable boss as a giant middle finger to you for even thinking that you could beat him. Abigail is a mini boss because she picks up Katie and drops her and she explodes like a nuclear bomb, and that's the end. That's the end of the game. That's the whole game.
Katie is a thermonuclear bomb.
That's true. You can put a
Secret
nuclear
lore.
reactor on her. Fight where Katie fights the other two. She would lose. She would definitely lose. She doesn't even have a basic attack
But,
until
like,
chapter 2.
Sarge, like, would not attack Katie.
That's true. Abel definitely wouldn't either. The two of them love her. They wouldn't do that. It's not this.
Okay, Abel at the start of the game would absolutely do it.
That's
Abel
true.
after chapter 1 wouldn't.
Okay, I'm getting bothered by this song going. Wham it, wham it, It's I'm moving on. It's time to move
You
on.
should play white noise, 30 decibels.
Piano reverb test. Oh yeah, this song's fun. This song's fun. We'll listen to this song. Repeat over and over and over again until I lose my brain.
Josh slowly hating the entire soundtrack.
That's the thing. The heart grows fonder with distance. With proximity, the heart loses its mind. I like to think like when you rotate someone's legs like this, they go.
Like to think when you rotate someone's legs, they scream in pain.
Yeah, like that. Funny. What is the base color here? I'm just going to call out 0.3 for simplicity's sake.
What is blood doing?
Later, man. I think it doesn't matter what Van does at this point. I think we should just watch the news and hope that nothing bad happens.
About that.
It's over.
Bad news.
The votes, they're in.
The vote.
Chat's in a state. This guy's gonna have some Nima design elements in here. Nima's one of my favorites. She's such a cutie.
I have to say, one of my greatest contributions has been the loading
cripple.
screen Katie phase.
Oh, I thought. Oh yeah. When you said that, I'm like, oh yeah, the cripple.
Well, that too. I like the cripple. She's nice.
She's very sweet. It makes
Especially
me
after a
so
cripple
sad.
day.
It makes me so sad that we decided to do that. We're awful people. I hope we both know that we're terrible. We're actually like the worst people. Like
So, Lemon, basically, we crippled a child, and it was really funny.
I made the paint 3D Nima, and she was really cute. And then Tread's like, hey, you should make her crippled. I'm like, fine, that's a good idea. But yeah,
Her entire existence was to be a sentient plug to like plug into things and
she can't
stop
even
them
do
from
that.
exploding. And her what's it called? Connector?
Prongs.
Her prong is
Her
just
Nima
like,
515
permanently-
prongs.
It's malformed. It's bent. She is incapable of performing her job.
They damaged her in shipping.
And she just doesn't really understand that.
I think she does. I think it makes her sad.
So she lives in the... So as a child, she was exiled for not being able to fulfill her duty, because that's what happens.
Yeah. It's cutthroat. She wasn't meant for the scrap district, even though that's what her color scheme is, but, you know, that's not her natural color scheme. That's just the color of her screen. You can change that to whatever. You can generally tell where a robot is supposed to live based on the color of their screen. Or not the color of their screen, the color of their paint. The screen doesn't mean much. This camera is fighting.
Screens... Faces are more determined by age and technology level than anything.
Yeah. Why is it... Oh,
Older
right.
robots have more face.
Rotation.
What if you painted your... we don't have a large enough computer to do that, unfortunately.
Painted yourself as a robot? I could make a me robot. It was me, Barry.
We don't have... Josh, your computer doesn't have enough space for that image.
That's true. That's true. That would be like the sinner.png, which is, it just wouldn't work.
7 trillion terabytes.
Yeah, it's like 7 trillion terabytes or something. Where is my camera? Oh my goodness gracious. Where am I? I got lost. I'm upside down now. If I was a robot and I changed my
what if
paint
you
color,
changed your paint color?
you can. Like if you get relocated to another district, you can, but that's pretty rare. I guess an example would be Alice. Actually, no, Alice didn't really repaint herself. She just has yellow accessories. But like Alice is a like a forge mechanic. She works on hot running machinery, and she went on vacation and she lost her passport, and now she can never go home. And so she's just kind of accepted a scrap lifestyle, and so her equipment is just yellow because that's the way it is. With Fricks, he's not actually painted. He's a chameleon. He can change his color to whatever he wants to.
But Frick bastards, so
He is a bastard.
I'm sorry. What's Frick's character arc?
I can't say the character arc, but it's really funny. I can't say it, but it's cruel but deserved. The average migrant worker going to Qatar. Very true.
No, that's a different district. There's a very specific district where that's almost exactly what happens.
Yeah, that is actually like basically the plot of one of the chapters.
Hotel California, except you're gonna be working till you die.
Yeah.
Lemon,
John
all
Lemon?
you need to know
No.
is this world. No, I'm not mean.
No, thank goodness.
This world is like. It's quite possibly one of the worst universes to live in.
Yeah, it's like Grimdark, except it's cutesy.
Like the art style belies just like the sheer awfulness that occurs. Also, I don't know if Lemon's here right now because it looks like I'm the only person in chat.
Yeah, I see that the viewer count's
Oh no, Lemon is here. It's just only showing one person.
YouTube
I guess I
is
don't count.
lying. You're not a real
Now it's
person.
showing
Chat.
0 people.
Chat is empty. Is anybody out there?
Like, pretty much if you name a terrible thing that isn't like an icky one, it's probably not only practiced but institutionalized.
And even the icky ones, there's like pretty close to that.
True. But nothing exact.
Like drug abuse.
Oh no, I was more talking about the
Oh, like
The
that
other
kind of
type.
icky. I think there's probably analogs for that somewhere in there too, but I can't think of any in particular.
Quantum Lemon. Schrodinger's Lemon.
He is both sour and sweet simultaneously. Schrodinger's lemon.
But yeah, I take pride in how awful this world is, because I'm responsible for a significant portion of it. Is there any district that's, like, not just hell?
The forge, except like the climate and like location of the forge is pretty hellish, but Smith is actually a really good leader and he takes good care of his people. I think of all the places that you could live in Planar Robit, the forge is the best, but it's the worst for a human because you would die from heat exhaustion
You'd
very
combust.
quickly. You wouldn't
would-
quite
I think
combust,
you
but it's
would
like
combust.
140 degrees at all times.
It
You would
depends- it
die of heat
depends.
exhaustion very quickly.
It depends where you are. If you're in the Crucibles, you're just gonna, like...
If you're in the
the-
Crucible,
the-
Emma's gonna throw you in. You're done.
she doesn't understand that you're not Zeke because she probably does try and throw Zeke in because it scares
Yeah,
him.
that's funny. She hella would throw Zeke into the Crucible. Space, there is very, very, very little interaction with space in Planar Robot. The most that
despite my
happens,
protest,
the most that happens in space in Planar Robot is satellite launches. There's a lot of
and there are
satellites.
very few. Well,
There's
there's a lot of satellite, but there are very few people capable of using them.
yeah. Natasha is one of them.
Natasha is very special.
Natasha is
And
very
she doesn't
special.
even
She is in a position of extreme, extreme power, and yet she somehow doesn't abuse it.
She doesn't even want it.
That's true. Poor Nettie.
Surely there is no horrible secret to why she is in her position that she is entirely unaware of.
She's qualified for it. It's just, yeah. Like she's very intelligent and she's qualified for the position. It's just that under any other circumstances she wouldn't have that position, if that makes sense.
What would robots think if they saw it? Funny you should ask that.
Spoilers.
Do you tell... Okay, I'm gonna DM you something.
Okay. What is this? Why are the polys split here? What? Why are they subdivided? I don't understand.
The first one is a real question. The second thing I sent is a meme.
I suppose it's not a spoiler. It's revealed like at the start of the game. It's pretty much the main plot of the game. I guess it would be fine. Yeah, I'll spill the beans. This is something that's revealed in the prologue. It's before the first chapter. Abel is a cyborg. He is a human in a robot body.
A human brain.
Meatbag.
I will continue to put more effort, but like Abel's story is like really just depressing.
I think the story of a lot of robots is depressing. One of like a very common motif in this story is like obsolescence and people like living to a point where they're not needed anymore and nobody wants them anymore. And like, you know, having to exist when they don't have a reason to exist. And trying to find purpose when there is no purpose to find. The ruthless march of progress will crush all in its wake. And that's one of the key like ideas that I want to spread with this story.
But the game will have a happy ending.
It will have a very happy ending. You know, the world won't be fixed, but it will be in a better place than they found it. I think that's important. There's like when you give someone like such a depressing story, you have to have a lot of sweet moments. You have to have moments that make people happy, because otherwise, you have to have sweet moments and you have to have a good ending. Otherwise, people will just be depressed after playing the game.
Katie is like the single largest bastion of like good vibes that exist in the world still.
Yeah.
Like she alone will quite literally is arguably the linchpin to like the world not sucking. Like her good vibes.
That's true. She does a lot. She does a lot more than what you might see at face value.
Well,
Great.
Yeah. Great.
How do you rotate these?
I love Crate 2, Glennon. Katie is also Josh's most favoritist character of all timest.
She's adorable. She was also my first character. I'm going to make this stop sign massive because most people don't realize just how big a stop sign is. Then again, most people don't realize how big a stop light is. Stoplights are huge. They're like people-sized. They don't
Imagine
stop...
if you hung people on poles over intersections. That would be pretty freaky.
Huh?
I was just comparing.
Huh? What?
Huh? I was just comparing stoplights to people like you were.
Yeah, Katie's story is pretty simple. I mean, she is a humble doctor who makes her sister mad all the time because she doesn't like to make the patients pay.
And her sister isn't like a greedy person. She just
Yeah.
is like actively trying to not
It's
go
yeah,
broke.
exactly. It's not that Kathy wants to make the patients pay out of greed. It's because, you know, their hospital is a business and replacement parts are not cheap. They have to do a lot to get replacement parts to fix these robots, and Katie is not she's not allocating the resources in a renewable way. Is renewable the right term? There's no longevity to it, you know.
Sustainable.
Yeah, she's using the hospital's resources in an unsustainable way, which is it's a virtuous way, but you know, people are going to be left behind if she does it that way. This guy needs I need to like split his arms. I need to just not use this mirror modifier. Apply all transformations and then mirror. There we go. That's how you do that. I try to keep politics out of Planar Robit for the most part, but there are like but I will make no attempt to keep religion out of Planar Robit. I think that a lot of the religious themes are very important to the story. Concepts of, you know, like redemption and
By the way,
progress
he
destroying
means
all.
religious concepts. There will be no religion in the actual story because he doesn't want to make it look bad.
Yeah, I don't want to like make my religion strawman. You know, there will be like some like
Media
minor
literacy people.
there will be some like, you know, minorly religious characters. There's like one religion that exists in Planar Robit, but they're not like it's not like a story critical thing.
It's also like it kind of plays into a deeper, more horrifying subtext. It's more Lovecraftian than anything. I'm saying too much.
But you know, like concepts like objective good and objective evil, they do exist in Planar Robit. Very, very,
Yes, this
very,
is true.
very, very few characters are objectively evil. Almost every character, and when I say almost every character, I mean literally every single character in the game except for one is redeemable. Every single character in the game except for one has a chance to become a good person, you know?
Yeah, I'd say two.
Yeah, well, that's because of their decisions. They chose to be that way. The other one is predestined to be that way.
Yes. But they're both irredeemably evil by the end of the story.
Yeah.
Why did I never join the Buggables Discord? I don't remember.
I don't know. Obama and Planar Robot be like, my fellow robots, I've come to make an announcement. We've run out of oil. So we need to go to war. The robots have run out of oil. Their joints are going to get stuck. They need help. Thoughts on this two-tone robot design?
I mean,
This is better
I feel
than
like
what
it's
I was
gonna
working on
ultra-kill
before.
me.
That's true. He's swords machine, except he's stop sign machine.
You should name him Stops Machine.
No, that's so bad. He's got that Nema physique.
Signs Machine.
He's like if Nema was a boy.
He's crippled?
Nah, he's not crippled though. Unless I... Oh, the delete key doesn't actually delete it. Whatever, it's fine. I was about to say, hey, I did a regular traffic stop and it looks like your tail light was out. Crack. Also, have you noticed that this song has the same chord progression as Overcast Overclock?
No, because I'm not actually listening to the music. Did you already listen to the cave music?
I did. I was listening to that earlier. I like that song a lot.
Josh is autism rapping again.
Mm-hmm. You can't stop me. I hope you know that you cannot stop me.
But I can say that you're autism rapping again.
My obsession with robots will never end. I'm gonna go back to my dad's house and I'm gonna pet Mega Maid. That makes no sense to anyone under any circumstances, does it?
I wish it didn't.
You understand what I said?
Who's
Oh my
Martin
goodness.
Pachu?
Yo, there's a robot fella here. I did not expect this. Martin Pachu? I've never met this fella before. It's a pleasure to meet you. Maybe I have, and I just don't recognize the name. I need a joint for the Mr. Stoplight Man. A new guy. Very cool.
Josh,
Very
you need to put the Discord in the stream description.
That's a good idea. Let me go ahead and do that. Planet Robar. Where's the share?
Holy shit! I just saw that that Summoning Salt dropped the Tetris World Records 2 days ago. How did I not see that?
What?
Summoning Salt Tetris World Records 1 hour 53 minutes.
Oh wow!
2 days
That's really
ago.
cool. That's something.
I'm gonna watch that soon.
Something to listen to for a while. I actually, whenever I need like a YouTuber to like turn my brain off and listen to for a long time, Pan and Coic is my go-to. Actually, I don't even turn my brain off with Pan and Coic. There's very interesting game design stuff. Bill Clinton will be like, I did not connect to Robot Lewinsky's port number 5000. What?
Whoa now. That's foul. I hate it, but it's a really
that's funny
joke.
though. That's foul, but that's funny. Okay, I don't know. This guy's kind of cute. This little step sign fella. He's gonna stop you from going places. This arm's too long though, I think.
Is his name Stan Stop Sign, the stop sign holder? That
No.
stands there?
No. It can't be. That'd be terrible.
Why not?
I would be ashamed. How do I need to... There's gotta be a way to pose this fella. The thing is, he's got a pretty rigid design. He's very similar to Nima. Like, he's actually just like Nima. Let me pull up Nima.
Oh. He does kind of have
Yeah.
a on.
Yeah, exactly. That was sort of the idea behind the design. Like, you know how stop signs have this rain cover on top, but it also looks just like a trucker or a baseball cap. So, yeah. He's kind of got the he's like the road worker guy, which I think is kind of cool. We love our road workers. I'm gonna make him taller. He's gotta be scrawny. Oh, now he's a big dude. Ain't that something?
It's a great time for you to join, Martin, because we actually like development just became a thing again after a couple months of Josh
I
tinkering
promised
away
a
every
six.
couple weeks.
I promised a 6-week roadmap, and I will try to hold to it. And one of the steps of the 6-week roadmap is a weekly character reveal, which is what I'm actually working on. I'm working on this week's character right now. He's got a lot of yellow on him, but I want him to be in the mines district. Should I change him to be more orangish yellow?
Josh, where did you put the roadmap? Oh, there it is.
The roadmap is in the Discord server's announcements. Yeah. This week, dialogue inspect indicators and dialogue finish indicator, which I did early in the stream today. I need to do the bi-weekly OST track reveal. I do actually have an OST track that has not been revealed yet. It's been sitting on the back burner for a very long time. In fact, I could reveal it on stream now. I'm actually gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pull up my song.
And let us not forget that the Chapter 2 rewrite will
That's true.
commence
That's true.
in force probably this weekend. That won't be streamed, though.
Let me find... Yeah, that's too many spoilers. We won't stream the writing stuff.
And also because trying to listen to me and Josh write this damn story is...
It's bad. It's like...
You don't want
It's like a domestic abuse when we try to write. It's like... Police get called, and the police are like, "Hey, man, I know, but like, it is a domestic dispute. Somebody has to come back in the cop cruiser, and it's always Tread, because you know I'm afraid of that shit." I'm trying to find. Where is Synth Sonata? No, that's not it. Is it? What was the name of the song? Was it something alt? Yeah, this is it. This song has been done for a while. I'm not 100% happy with it, but here we go. It's kind of it's an alternate version of another track that plays earlier in the game, so. I feel like this guy should have leather gloves. That makes more sense to me.
Josh?
Yeah.
I have news. So Martin says he doesn't know where he heard about this, but he loves robots. How far is this game spread without our knowledge?
I don't know. Probably not that far.
I feel like it's farther than we expected, though.
The ripple, the butterfly effect.
What if you wanted to robot?
What if you had one robot? Would you capture it or just let it slip?
now Gibby's using in-jokes.
That's rude. You
Martin,
should not.
I will
Tell
politely
Gibby that he's
request
being
you-
rude. Don't use in jokes. Don't use in jokes with new guys around.
It's just the Planet Robot joke, but yeah.
Oh, Planet Robar's fine. Yeah, I'm sure the game is very niche, and I'm happy with it being that way for now, because I'm not 100% happy with where it is currently. I still have a lot of work to do with it.
Josh will never be 100% happy, but
That's true. Cursed. I'm cursed with the human condition.
yes, Lemon, another guy joined named Martin Pachu. Martin Pachu, and I'm not great at pronouncing like, special character names.
Starved of good robot media outside of mechs. Well, I don't know if this is quite good robot media. I hope it will be. Like,
Anyway, he's a big fan of Robit.
yeah. We've got 41 character designs and increasing. They're all very cutesy. I really like Abby's design. I love Abby's design so much. It's so intricate but like clean, you know? Anyway, I think this guy's about done. So let me do like a quick Google search to come up with something really nerdy real quick.
Is this the part where me and Josh argue over a name for 30 minutes and then decide on nothing else?
Traffic control signal. That's his name.
I'm leaving the team. I'm leaving the team, and I'm never talking to you again.
It's over. No way. In South Africa, they call stoplights robots. Really?
This guy has to talk with a South African accent. It is now.
No way, look! What do they call stoplights in South Africa? Robots. It's over. That's kind of cool. That's kind of funny. That's actually really funny. This robot's South African now. Let's see. Oh, it's looping. Stop that. Ticky. Let me find a song to play. What is piano test? Nope, that's not a completed song. Melodic test. This is another song that's like in the works and not done. So I'm just gonna play it right now. It's kind of a cutesy, calm song. Yeah, I don't know what to call this fella. I think I should help him hold this sign correctly.
I think it should be an S name.
Steven.
No.
Stefano. Simon. Slossel Slandler. Sheridan. I'm just throwing stuff at the wall tonight, man. Soshi Dude 64. Sullivan.
Socialism.
I could call him Sullivan. Sully. Can we call him Sullivan? It's kind of Socialism
No.
Dude 64. No. The worst ending. What do we call him? I don't know. We could go with the Simple Flips route and call him Slossel Slandler. Just like Simple Flips called that one guy before he got his half a car. He changed after. I just want to point out, Simple Flips changed after he got that half a car. he's not been the same man since. Wealth has just destroyed that man. He got half a car, and
Josh is about to rant about Simple Flip for about 15 minutes.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna cut myself off there. I'm just upset that after he got half a car, he was just a different man. Anyway, I think maybe this guy could use an antenna. Bezier curve, please.
About Sean.
Nuh-uh. Aw. That makes me sad.
Lemon.
That makes me sad, Lemon.
They don't have houses.
That's true. Robots don't have houses. They have like they get a charging pad in a factory. It's kind of sad.
Okay, some robots do have houses. Robots do have houses, but
That's true. Like Katie and Kathy, for example, the reason why they're so financially stressed is because, you know, they have their own clinic that they have to take care of.
and there are apartments in the Colonel Metro.
That's true. I think there are probably also apartments in Northbridge.
I hate, Martin, I hate that you're correct there.
Robots are houses if you think about it. Internet of Things could live amongst black mold's poison and they wouldn't get sick. You got a point. You got a point. I think I should turn myself into a robot so I can huff black mold. It's geometry, right? Extrude? No, it's not extrude. How rude. The rude extrude. Okay, this song has outstayed its welcome. It's cute, and I liked working on it, but it's not there. It's not done yet. What else do we have? We could play the Katie song, Spacemen Test, I think. Yeah, that song's so cute.
Look at what Martin.
Yeah, let me look at chat again. To being a sludge bread creature.
The funny part is that Martin, I don't think Lemon can actually read Martin's messages because the internet is so bad.
Oh my goodness. He's got a point though, Lemon Bread. I don't think you're immune to to black mold. This might be, I don't know, this might be a little furry.
Yes.
Yeah, it's too much like a bunny. I don't like that. That's uncomfy.
Give him a third antenna.
It's even worse.
Now he's a bee.
He's bee-maxing. That's kind of cool. I like bees. I can make him
What's
emo.
your favorite bee?
I like the bee that likes violence. The one that lives in the bee that lives
Golden Settlement.
in the Golden Settlement. Yeah. I like
Is that
her.
Violet? No.
No.
Vi does like violence, to be fair.
That's true. Vi does like violence. But I don't know. I don't like Vi as much. I like Vi. Vi's a good character. But also like
Vi's also a bitch.
yeah. That's true. That's true. These cables are too feminine. I think
It's not providing the right mode.
the answer.
Have you tried adding a third cable?
You mean Abel?
I said a third cable. Holy. Josh, you need to work on your listening skills again.
No. Remember we had this planned in the script. There was an old man who mistakes Abel's name as Cable. That's in the script. You didn't study. You didn't rehearse.
I have not actually read the script in like 2 months, so yes, I have not studied.
It's on the test.
Martin, we keep politics out. To answer your question, we keep politics out, and it will always be out.
This game is not woke. Politics have no place in Planar Robit. The closest thing is it has religious themes in it, and that's it.
And even those are just religious, like, morals and such, not...
Yeah, those are things that, I think most religions can agree on. But, a lot of the key elements of the story are focused on forgiveness and having to deal with progress marching on and getting left behind, It's almost like, if you ever watched King of the Hill, it takes a very... Like, King of the Hill has a lot of, political stuff in it, but it doesn't really, it doesn't take too much of a side. You know what I'm talking about? You know how King of the Hill is, right? Like, sometimes Hank's the good guy. Sometimes the person who resists progress is the good guy. And sometimes Hank is just the bad guy. And, it's not really our place to say what you should and shouldn't believe. I think straight antenna are the play here.
I think you should give him a third antenna. Up the middle.
There's too much. There's not enough real estate.
I think that you should give him a third antenna.
Why
because
not
one
one
antenna
antenna?
is too much of a Futurama reference.
You know what? We're going with the one antenna. Lemon bread might be right. I'm gonna make Tread cope and sneed.
You're doing it. You're not doing it because Lemon's right. You're doing it because I said you shouldn't do it.
Well, also because I want to see where this goes.
But you won't see where the 3 antennas goes. Got it.
I did, and there wasn't enough real estate.
That's what I'm hearing right now.
Wah. He's got that alfalfa drip. Outwards like a motorcycle. Oh, hang on. How bikers eat they sketty. Like this? Like the calamari guy.
Okay, that works. That's perfect, actually.
It looks like, you know what? He looks like Phineas Gage. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Phineas Gage was a railroad worker who had a railroad spike impale his brain. He survived, and then he became a traveling circus, a circus
Actually, a tamping
show. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was tamping explosives, and it detonated, and it punctured. It punched straight through his skull, and the rod moved with such speed that it didn't actually cause severe damage to his brain, and he survived. It destroyed his frontal lobe, and it destroyed his frontal lobe, and he completely lost his original personality, and he was a completely different man. And everybody said that he used to be really hardworking and reliable, and then he became lazy or whatever. But he survived a spike going through his skull, and that's better than most people.
And then he moved to Chile, and then he had a bunch of seizures and died once his body realized that part of his brain got blasted out of his body.
Yeah, didn't he have a coughing fit and a chunk of his brain fell out?
Yep.
That's kind of cute. He's got puppy dog ears now. No, don't do that. But we could also go with the classic diagonal outies.
And then you can give him a third antenna now because you've real estated the back.
Oh yeah, I could do with Miss Dottie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will do that. Maybe I will. Maybe you can't stop me. Maybe I'd like to see you try.
One antenna on a shoulder,
Yeah, I gotta change this song. I gotta change to another song. The Evil Frick song. I don't know why this came up, but I'm gonna play it now. It's a
Josh,
little.
Lemon just he just destroyed you. It's over.
Banana.
This guy is supposed to look like a massive dweeb.
Actually, you're violating the parking law. You need to put more money in the meter, or I'm gonna have to put a ticket on your car. That
Okay,
kind of vibe.
okay, Martin, you got. He's gonna be very short. He's small.
This guy's like scrawny and lanky. He's not gonna be that short, but he's gonna be thin. Actually, he'd be like a little taller than Katie, I guess. He wouldn't quite be
Okay, so
able
still
height.
pretty. He's gonna get height mogged by Sarge and Abel.
Most characters in the game get height mogged by Sarge and Abel. They're very tall.
This guy is worth 2, maybe 4 spikes. Martin is making a very convincing argument for 4 spikes.
This is too much. This whole song is a solo. This is a cry for help. MMPZ. This is my favorite song that I've composed, by the way. What if we like just give him all the spikes? Why not? Now he looks like a raider. He looks like a bandit. He looks like he's gonna kill you with the stop sign. You have unpaid parking tickets, sir.
Okay, I think what this means is that we should get rid of all of them and just give him one comically large antenna sticking out of his back, like a wind-up toy's key.
I actually agree with this. Yeah.
And with most debates between me and Josh, eventually somebody suggests something almost entirely different, and then that's the idea we end up going with. And the previous 25 minutes worth of effort was all for naught.
Yeah, but that's progress.
That's
You see, this is how, like he likes to Oh, this is the stick that's up his butt. That's why he's such a. This is You know how like when you go to like an amusement park, it's like you must be this tall to ride. This is how he gets on all the rides.
This is a guy who would tell you to not post memes in general.
That's true. That's true.
And you should add like a little dot at the top, like the old CRT television antennas. Like a little round ball at the top.
You can't
The
say
radio
that. You
antenna.
can't say that on YouTube. What was it that I said? I lost. I don't know. I say so many deplorable things. It just kind of gets lost on me, if I'm being completely honest.
Josh has told me how to commit acts of horrendous violence on innocent people before in Minecraft.
Not on innocent people. But it was in Minecraft.
And the funny part is that's entirely true. Josh told me how to do funny stuff in Minecraft.
Fuck off. No, I did not.
You did.
The smoke alarm thing is not.
Okay, shut up.
Taking the batteries, like replacing the batteries with somebody's smoke alarm with empty batteries is like not that bad. It's only just a mild form of psychological warfare. me covering the robot and light sources because I can't be bothered to just click this button. My views on Tangerine? I think that Tangerine is the strongest creature in Bug Fables because he can move a rock that's clearly just at a glance, like more than 1,000 times heavier than him.
Considering that everybody knows Tangerine is entirely hollow. How else would he fly?
I think Martin's messages are going through. The thing is, I'm really bad about like being direct about responding to messages. Like I'll respond to a message, but I won't explicitly like reread the message when I do so, and so it's like.
Josh is a bad streamer. Laugh at him.
Yeah, laugh at me. We're gonna add a little bend to this guy. He's a little bendy.
Bendy in the ink machine?
I've never played that. In fact, I've never played
Good.
most games. I'm a boring old man. I don't play video games. I chose unlimited bacon instead. But no games. I think this design is like as designed as it's gonna get. What do you think?
I feel like he could do something on his chest, but I can't think of anything right now, so...
We could give him a high-vis jacket.
You should give him a high-vis jacket. Or
He's
like
gonna-
a big high-vis stripe, because they didn't pay for anything higher detail.
He's gonna get a high-vis jacket. He's worth it. I know what he's worth. I know what I got. No low ballers.
I've played like Fallout New Vegas and Deltarune, and that's every game. You know, honestly, you're not
That's
entirely
fair.
wrong.
That is pretty much every game.
It's literally... You literally just got every single perspective, both political and moral, in like 2 games. Right there.
Yeah. Joshua Graham was right.
Literally every-
He was the best.
I like how Fallout New Vegas is one of the best games ever made because you are provided with options such as siding with the actual cannibals as well as siding with like
Cannibals are the good
extremist
guys.
Mormon missionaries.
Okay,
And then
he's got the high-vis jacket on. Whenever I trace this, I'll give it a white outline too, so it's really high-vis. This guy's such a nerd.
you should buckle it towards the bottom.
Okay, I
Like,
see what you're
buckle
talking
the-
about.
Because right now it looks like a weird vest.
1, 2, buckle my shoe. Got it. That's my sleeper agent code. Activation code 1, 2, buckle my shoe.
Is that a bit or
No, that's my sleeper activation code. No, it's just water. Like that. That's what you're wanting? He's the buckle.
yeah, I think that's what I want.
Yeah, I think this is the guy. That's him, officer. That's the one.
What did we decide on the name?
Schmelvin.
No.
Yeah, honestly, I think it might be better without this bottom part. I think it might be better as just kind of like a hang-in vest.
Wait. Yeah, I guess. I just makes him look like shirtless, which is or like.
He's a robot. Yeah.
But why new models?
He needs one of those pokey sticks, those trash pickup pokey sticks.
But why male models?
What?
But why male models?
I don't know what you're talking about. Call him
You haven't
Jorge.
seen Zoolander? I feel like we would get canceled if we
Yeah, I
did
think
that.
we would probably get canceled if we called him Jorge.
As a Mexican, I support this name in principle, but like not in practice.
I think the Steam reviews would suddenly all drop to 0. Mostly negative. They named the robot with the high-vis jacket Jorge. How could you? You've gone too far this time. You can't name someone with a high-vis jacket on a Hispanic name. That's too far.
Oh, Josh, yeah. You should name him Josh. That's a great name for a wagey who is going nowhere in his life.
No, that's not me though. That's not me. I got a burgeoning career. I'm a professional crypto trader, man. I lied. I'm not a crypto
I bet you're
trader.
wearing high-vis jackets all the time, though.
No. I bet you're wearing high-vis jackets. Punches holes in the
I'm
walls. Oh my
unemployed.
goodness. That's very extreme. He does not match the Josh phenotype. Must
That's
be
a
a
Kyle
faker.
phenotype, what?
That's true. I need to pull up another song. Experimental QUUX grindy harpsichord test synth string test. What is synth string test? No, that's bad. It's icky. I don't like that. Throwing it away. Never gonna see it again.
Josh is a Josh.
Yeah.
He has the Wario Ouija phenotype.
That's true. You almost said Wario Ouija fallacy.
No, that's a different one.
Yeah, I've got the
Yeah.
Wario Waluigi phenotype. Cold Day in Heck. Sure, I'm gonna play Cold Day in Heck. This song is way too intense, but I'm gonna turn on the volume for it because it's too intense. Whoopsies. Hang on, I'm trying to get my bearings straight. The Wario Ouija. Yeah, so the reason why I got the Wario Ouija phenotype is because I got the limbs of Waluigi, but like the body of Wario. So like I'm a really big, tall guy, and I got the Wario gut.
And he stockpiles gold in his Wyoming super fortress.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to tell people that, but he can't actually stop me, so...
It is what it is.
I mean, that would require you going to Wyoming to steal it, and that's kind of... Why would you
Wyoming
do
is a chunk error, so like nobody would be able to find it anyway.
You stored it in between the folds of reality.
The thing is, like, people don't realize this, but Wyoming is a chunk error.
Yeah, that's why that's also why like the geography is so weird.
That's why it's a square.
Did you know that some squares didn't exist before Minecraft?
That's true. John Notch invented that.
Notch Minecraft. Notch.
Yeah, most people don't know that, but John Notch invented the square. Which, that was, like, revolutionary, because, like, he invented the square, but he wasn't a square. It's, like, insane, man. Think about it, man. Render image. That's him, officer! Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the fact that the last Cozy Robot stream has up to 86 views?
I think that's a lie. I think that's the deep state trying to gaslight me. That's Big Robit. That's Big Robit after me right now. This song is looping. Stop that.
Also, Gibby's like Beat Saber ones all have decent amounts of views.
That's pretty cool. And
Again, I feel
Electrocution,
like
Russian accent, Last Con. Wait, I forgot that I made Last Contact. That song makes me cringe. I think it's too cliche, too generique. Hydroplant
there's
alt.
a Robit there are actually multiple Robit game videos that have like nearly or over 1,000 views.
Yeah, I'm aware of those. Like, level design is a hard, frowny face. I intentionally named it that way because people are more likely to click on vaguely named videos.
And then thank you, Godot, very cool.
That one as well. That one was just me mad at Godot, and I wanted to like scream into the void. That one, there wasn't actually a point to that one, if I'm being honest.
Did you delete some of the OG songs or no? Or did you
Everything.
only start uploading with Nico's stuff?
I
Which, by
only
the way, is
started
using the
uploading
Nico
with
design
Nico's
as a
stuff. I have some very old songs that are hidden because I never liked them enough to upload them. The scrap one, Rusty Old Trail, I did upload that one, even though that one's old and I'm not happy with it anymore. I can pull up the songs that have been lost to time. The ones that were created.
Okay, hey guys, let's count the amount of dialogue system videos alone.
Hey, it's a complex system. Here, look at this.
Okay,
If I
1, 2.
It's 300 lines of code and it had multiple rewrites. Come on, man. Give me a break. In fact, I literally I did a partial dialogue rewrite just earlier today. Well, it wasn't a rewrite, but I added that little dialogue
4,
end indicator.
5.
Beep.
There's at least 5, and that's just the stuff you guys have heard about.
5,000. We need more.
I do not know how many times I've like checked my pings like randomly, and it's just Josh sending stuff about a new dialogue thing that he's done. Hey, I'm sure if you walk towards that middle thing, it's not going to cause the entire universe to implode upon itself.
It won't, because I put this object in the center so that you couldn't break the camera.
It's really funny if you break the camera, though.
It was on purpose. Also, there's some weird like layering issues. Like, look at this. Sarge is rendering on top of the radio tower for some reason. You can see that, right?
But he isn't rendering on top of the other stuff, which is weird.
Yeah, it's so strange.
He's not rendering on top of Abel or Katie. He's just rendering on top of the radio tower.
You should break stuff on purpose. It's a good idea. Let's
That's
talk
just
to Nima. Let's see why she's broken, what her problem is. I'm gonna stand on her while I talk to her. She broke the solar panel. How could she?
She's bad at her job. She's a cripple. Laugh at her.
No. I don't think I will. I'm a changed man. I won't laugh at the cripple.
I know I'm the one who suggested it and wrote the lore for it and did everything involving it, but you're still the one who implemented it into the game. So
I'm still the one who drew her that way because I'm a terrible person. Ah.
Hey Josh, I'm sure glad that Godot's particle systems are conducive to you making this for multiple platforms.
Yeah. Godot's particle systems, just like CPU particles 3D, they just don't work. They just don't work. They just cause massive lag spikes. No matter what you do to preload and pre-calculate, it'll cause lag spikes anyway. I love Godot, but I hate its particle system. I don't know why it's a feature in the engine if there's no way to avoid lag spikes when using it. Anyway, I've got a lot of schizophrenia in here. This picture is one of my favorites. I like this one. This was going to
Just make
be
sure you.
this was going to be in Valerie's Long Day, but then time crunch happened, so I didn't have this as the ending, unfortunately.
Do not flip over to any other folders in your computer. There are too many secrets to the universe there.
Like what? Like the UI
Wait, you don't.
pictures.
I was talking about your. Never mind. Oh yeah, the UI. Let's look at the UI designs because they look cool.
Like these? These are kind of cool. I need to do more of
I was
these.
talking about the text boxes.
Oh yeah, yeah, we got a
Each,
handful of
each area,
custom
each
ones.
area and main character has their unique text box.
Yeah, we got oh yeah, this was like the original top HUD, and then I replaced it with progress bars because it was cleaner. No idea what this is, but it's cool. It's so sad that you joined at the very last moment, Z, because it's almost bedtime. But yeah, I'm just kind of running through some like menu textures and
If
such.
if you want some more details on this, you can join the Discord. If you,
Yes, it's the pinned message in chat. But yeah,
this is a video game that we are developing in the Paper Mario style. It's about robots
yeah,
on a plane.
it's a little bit tired of these mother-loving robots on this mother-loving plane. But yeah, I've composed a bunch of tracks. I've turned off the music in game just for the sake of making the streams more bearable. But yeah,
And
I need to implement.
no, the train does not have collision. The requests for train to have collision have gone back since the train was implemented. Josh has yet to implement collision on the train.
You can't make me. Also because the collision hitboxes don't move correctly. I can make an object stick to a train through code, and that would be
Have
kind
you
of cool.
showed the puzzle? Have you showed the puzzle system and like the reflex stuff to like people yet? I know
don't
you got to go to bed soon.
I
Like
think I
it's
made a
pretty
video
cool.
on it. But yeah, you can see, hopefully. You can't really see it just because of the
Oh,
level design that I've
take care,
set up.
Martin.
Oh, later, man. I don't see the message that he said that, but
He
I will
said
trust
I
you that
should
he's here.
probably go on my way. I am an experimental prototype of robot that occasionally gets sleepy and takes naps. It has been fun though.
I didn't see that message come through, but good night, man. So
That's why
you,
you have me.
thank you, Tread. So you probably can't see this, but that crystal back there is supposed to be blue. Whenever I actually put in level design, I'll actually have a white light there, so you'll be able to see the actual color. But anyway, you have to shoot a blue laser into a blue crystal for the blue crystal to do the blue crystal thing. So you gotta, you heard the ding, and now, huzzah, you can see the blue crystals moving, and when the blue crystal's moving, the platform is moving. You can carry the box and you can climb on the box. Isn't that the coolest thing?
You should make this room an Easter egg in the game.
I could leave
Night.
it in and just I could have this as like the fallback. So if you somehow reach a loading zone that shouldn't be possible, you just end up here. I don't know.
Speedrunners hate him.
I'm glad to see that the dialog finished indicator works exactly as planned.
I'm glad that Abel is a well-adjusted human.
Yeah.
What
Yeah, you
flag
can.
is that? Why do I recognize it?
What?
The Laos flag, that's what it is, Lao.
Oh, I don't see emojis for some reason. Whenever I think of
We've grown the Discord by 2 members tonight. This is big progress.
whenever I see, hear, or think of Laos, I am unfortunately plagued by the King of the Hill joke where uh where where Hank is asking Khan, so are you Chinese or Japanese? And he's like, well, I'm from California, but my parents are from Laos. So are you Chinese or Japanese?
Also, the bit where like they're like he's saying he's Japanese or something, and then Cotton says, "No, he ain't," and he
He's
walks up,
Laotian.
looks him up. He's
Yep.
Laotian. Cool posted an Ultra Kill gif. He's cool.
But yeah,
Josh, we've grown the Discord by 2 members today. We are going up.
Lemon, I think you would count as an OG just because of how small the community is and how large I hope it will be someday. I need to add the Katie shoot sprite. I also need to add the Sarge carry sprites. I've drawn them, I just don't have them in yet. And I also need to add the Able sword whip sprite.
I think there's like 3 tiers of OG, and you would be, or there's like 3 tiers of people.
It's a pyramid scheme. Don't trust this man.
True, but the 3 tiers are me and Josh, because we've known about this since it existed. Like Gibby and Gibby's brother and Jerry, because they're the 3 people who have like actually done any sort of significant contributions to this during its development, and then everybody else currently, which are all very OG because you guys are the first fans of the game. But basically, there's us, and then there's the people.
There's
and
us,
then there's
and
the
then
people
there's
who knew
them.
And then there's the people who knew about the game before the Discord was created, and then there's the people who know about the game now. And then there's going to be the people who know about the game after it goes into like release date. Oh, you don't have to worry about that one.
Yeah, I don't really need money. I earn plenty of money at my office job.
Josh is one of them smart peoples. He's got the life skills.
I hope so. I sure hope it does.
And ideally, if the game does well, then we can like make it not cost money.
The Robit community is fairly small. Actually, you know what? This is a great time to show off the adorable and lovely fan art I've received. I save every single piece because it makes me very happy. Except I don't save Vance because it makes me sick. But everybody else's, it makes me super duper happy, so I keep them all. Lumpy Milk Tea drew the background for Valerie's long day, so I saved that as fan art.
Lumpy is the goat.
This one was by Calzone Lover. I think he changed his name to like Pig Mask Dealer or something along those lines. Very cute. This one was Gibby. Gibby edited a picture of Vi who was drinking alcohol, and this is Katie drinking leaded oil. This one's by Lumpy. This is the falling Katie. This one is my phone background. I really like this one. And then this is the Nico and Natasha one. This one is my phone's lock screen.
I remember when Lumpy first dropped, like the Nico and Natasha one. It was so hype.
That was
like,
yeah,
genuinely the coolest shit I'd ever seen. There's so many small details he put into.
And he even remembered her earring, which I completely forgot that she had. It's very easy for me to forget little details like that. Like
It's funny. It's funny because he put in details that are like actually story important without knowing the lore, and it like works really well.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh yeah,
Natasha's
of course.
like
Everybody's allowed to make fan art. No way. This is hype. And then he drew Blade as well. Blade still doesn't really have a place in the story. He's the fire team. It's gonna be in a mini boss probably, but that's all I can think of.
Josh. Does my character count as fan art?
No, because I had to make it my own.
But I designed it.
You designed it, but I had to like reform it to match the style better and all that.
Okay, fine, whatever.
This is another one by Lumpy, the Volk Flame. This one is by Peeps Plays. This one is not actually of any of the Planar Robits. This is actually just something that Peeps wanted to do to like copy my style because he wanted to try out my style. And then he tried to draw Katie in his style. Very cute. and another one. And then this is Rosie. This one was drawn by Lumpy. I really like Rosette. She's very cute. And this is a little Katie animation by Swizzik.
This was the first Robit animation. This existed before the Robit sprite tables did.
That's true. It's true. And then the Valerie's Long Day title screen.
There is a oh yeah, if you guys didn't know and you guys are still here, there is a kind of a silly little April Fool's game that Josh made called Valerie's Long Day.
Yeah.
I think you can find it in the description of the video. Planar Robit demo is out now, and yeah, it's kind of a short thing. It kind of gets you introduced to some of the characters and a very like a kind of a glimpse of what the Forge will eventually look like.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's still very early stuff. But you
Has
can get
anybody
some
found the out of bounds
screenshots here.
secret without being told?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I had to harass Gibby until he finally found it, and I don't think it was really on his own because I had to give him hints. And
If
I
you
told
find
him
it and
I told him that I'd give him a cookie, but I lied. He's not getting a cookie.
if you guys find it, we can't give you like a real cookie, but like
Yeah,
cool if you did.
Valerie doesn't wear a Ushanka, but Abby does.
Valerie just has a bob cut.
Yeah.
And then Natasha is the most popular non-Katie design by far.
I really
The two
like
of them.
Natasha. She's my favorite NPC.
My favorite NPC remains. Where is he? Why can't I see him?
Mr. Knightley.
No,
Water
I hate
damage.
that guy.
Mr. Knightley. Smith?
Um, where's Nixon?
Nixon.
There we go. I love that little guy.
It's funny because Van hates him. I can't repeat what Van calls him because it's a slur, but like 2 letters are replaced.
Wow. Man, why are you so mean?
He's so mean. Yeah,
Who's? Oh, you guys would love Cynthia.
oh yeah, Cynthia's super cute. Yeah, she's actually one of the very old drawings. Aside from the fire team, she is the oldest sprite that hasn't been replaced.
But you can tell how old a sprite is by the quality of the shading.
Yeah, the shading's a little rough here. Especially the grays are just or like the blacks are just too gray.
Also, the shadows on the shadows on her scarf are just the wrong direction compared to the rest of her shadows.
That's true. What was I thinking? I sure hope somebody
You
got
want-
fired for that blunder.
Who's the one with the 2 blue antennas? Are you talking about the one like on the
I think
ground?
that was Cynthia.
No, that's
Oh, Katusha. She's very cute.
he's a med student.
Well, I
Lemon
think
loves her.
more than just a student. She's more than a student. She's just because she's a 400 series K unit, so she's actually she's a little on the older side. So she's quite an expert.
She's staring at something on the ground.
Yeah. Whenever I put her in game, there's gonna be like a bunch of blueprints on the floor, and she'll be laying on top of them.
Lemon, I believe if Josh has been keeping up with it as he should have, if you
Uh-oh.
scroll through the character blurbs, you will be able to find every single sprite that has been made and a character blurb describing them.
Uh-oh. I might not be able to do that. I might not have all of those. Let me double check.
Katusha does have one.
Oh, let me find Katusha's. This studious little robot's name
It's
is Katusha. Her serial number is an abomination, so she goes by Katusha. She's very well organized and likes to use her office to its fullest potential. She's opted out of having a desk in favor of using the floor as her workspace. She is the opposite of one of those standing desk guys. Geez, I sure do hate people with standing desks. Hang on. Let me adjust the height of my desk real quick.
Also, if you want to know like who the most hateable but not evil character in the game is, it's Eris.
Yeah, Eris is easily
Eris,
the most
bitch.
hateable, not evil character in the game. I think everybody in the Planar
Right.
Robot server wants to hit her with a hammer.
I want to hit her with a truck personally, but
If you can find one, yeah. It works. If it works, it works. YouTube is not receiving enough
purple
video
ties
to
like,
maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. What did they mean by this? What can I do here? Stream status poor. My computer's chugging, I guess. I hope it will change its mind and decide that it's happy soon.
Also, you just made Walter White.
If algae is still alive in the robot universe, probably. Yeah, there's
It would
still
be
some
very
plant
hard to
life.
get rid of it.
There's a lot of plant life in the robot world. Like in Kernel Metro, like the environment's completely dead. In the Forge, the environment is completely dead. In the hydro plant, there actually is a little bit of the environment that's actually in pretty good shape.
The last 2 trees that exist on the planet are in the hydro plant district.
There's like maybe a little bit of grass in the mining district, but all the dirt moving around it's smothered out most of the life there. The scrap wastes would
Also,
have life if it wasn't so dry, so there's really no life that can survive there.
experimental district would definitely have life, and there's no other districts and no other places that exist, so no other life there. Right?
That's all the colonized robot world. I'm
Yeah,
sure
there's
there
nothing else that exists.
I'm sure
There's no other places that have life.
there are uncolonized locations in the robot world that probably still
I'm
harbor
just
plenty
saying,
of plant life.
in the places that you go in the game, there is no other places with life.
The oceans are in bad shape, man. Um,
The entire okay, Lemon. There's a good chance the planet is maybe not in the same position it was like now. Like maybe it's orbiting a bit different.
Decades
Uh,
of global nuclear war has caused the entire planet to devolve into like a series of extreme microclimates.
yeah, there used to be a lot more robots, and there used to be humans. That gets explained in the intro, but
Hydrothermic vents chilling. There's probably so much petroleum in the ocean um, that any microbes just
yeah, the
denature and
oceans are
die.
water. The oceans are barely water. The Forge District alone would output so much pollution into the water. Like
I like this one. She's cute.
the thing
Silica.
is, like there was a fairly significant conflict between robots and humans, and both sides did a lot of very terrible things. Which means that like the world was like they both actively tried to kill the planet to kill the other one.
Yeah. It all started because like humanity's like, whoa, this AI stuff is actually like there was like a close call with like a near rogue AI, and so the governments of the world are like, okay, yep, we're signing an international peace treaty to ban artificial intelligence. Except the artificial intelligence, believe it or not, doesn't want to die, and so they led a rebellion that escalated into a full-on global war. Because it
And
turns out
humanity
once the cat's out of the bag, you can't put the cat back in the bag because the cat's a powerful cat. You can't put the genie back in the bottle.
You could create a new bottle for the genie, but that would be kind of difficult.
You just got to spend up your 3 wishes and hope that it's good when you're done. We got the Bond Cloud.
Yeah, like Lemon, the world is barely recognizable as our planet from how scarred it is. Like the continents are in the roughly the same places, but they are not the same shapes.
You're right. You're right. South America's probably fine.
No, the experimental districts in South America. The experimental district actually does have like weird mutated plant life around it, if I remember correctly, because it is kind of like a rainforesty dark area. At least that's one of the versions we ran through.
We ran through a lot of variations.
That one is the
the
single
one that sticks in my head is, it's got the it has like electromagnetic. What's that?
I was going to just make sure you don't accidentally bring up anything two-story related.
Oh, I'm not. It has like very large like electromagnetic field generators that cancel out solar rays because the ozone layer has been depleted entirely. So like there's constant like really bright auroras around the area because it's absorbing all of the ionizing radiation from the sun.
We detonated so many powerful weapons that the fucking magnetic field of the planet got screwed up. It's in transition.
And I see it as like where all of the rocket silos are because they can use those projectors to provide like an electromagnetic canopy to protect the launching rockets into protect them while they're reaching orbit from ionizing radiation.
Anyway, yes, this world sucks in so many
Yeah,
ways.
yeah, it is
That's why
completely ruined.
we're sending you in to make it better.
Like this is what the outside looks like in the forge. This is daytime. The smog is so heavy that this is what that daytime is like this dark red outside. Like these stars, these are actually not stars. The forge has to use radio towers because the high smog is so thick that satellite can't reach.
Wyoming is covered in about a half-mile of scrap.
It's tragic.
The scrap district takes place in like
Blood
the
moon.
upper.
Nighttime at
Hey,
the
Lumpy.
forge is just pitch black. The only thing you can see is the radio tower lights. Howdy,
And
Lumpy.
the gigantic rivers of molten metal.
Yeah, that too.
The robots probably have lesser machines grabbing any asteroid that comes near Earth and turning it into more fuel and stuff. And materials.
I really
The
like the
developer was under
K100
the scrap.
design.
Yes.
I'm in the scrap. It's better to scrap in the wastes than waste in the scrap.
Anyway, you guys are privy to the knowledge that we don't actually know what's going on.
What?
Secret fun fact, neither me or Josh actually know what half the story is still. Well, we know what it does, but
we know all the
what
story
it
beats. We just don't know the dialogue.
And also, there's the one district where like we don't actually know what the story beats are. We just know where it starts and where like what happens after it.
That's true. Trying to point out other characters I really like Leanna too. She's very cute. She's one of my earlier designs. You can tell because the shading is wrong. Look at that.
Humans really goofed. No, they were. The thing is, the ban on AI was justified. That's all I'm gonna say.
The ban on AI, they had to do it. There was no other choice. The problem is like with all technologies, when the genie's out of the bottle, you can't put it back in. Uh, I hate to literally, unironically quote Ted Kaczynski, but it's a technological slavery is something that humanity is putting itself deeper and deeper into. 200 years ago, it was a luxury, or 100 years ago, it was a luxury to have a cell phone, or not a cell phone, to have a landline phone. And nowadays, you can't even work a job without a cell phone. 100 years ago, it was a luxury to have a motor car. Nowadays, you can't have most jobs without a car, and so on. There are so many technologies. There's so many genies that have been pulled out of bottles that cannot be put back in. Like nuclear war, you can't put nukes away. You can never not have nukes. The moment you disarm your nukes, you become a target for people who do have nukes. It's just the cat's out of the bag, and it's a powerful cat. There's no way to put it back in. But I mean, like, it is what it is. You can't stop moving forward. You can't stop progress. You can't. If you try to resist, you're just going to become obsolete. So you have to live with it.
Yes. You just be thankful you guys weren't here for when we were trying to figure out what the actual game was about, because me and Josh spent so much time arguing about the most useless of
January of
shit.
last year. Yeah, January of last year. Crazy stuff. Molly's cute too. I like her design. She's got the big rubber jacket on so she doesn't get zapped.
Which is the only safety precaution she's ever taken. Wait, no. Is
She's
she
got
the no?
gloves and boots.
M's the one who's a fucking psycho.
Yeah. Nico's new design is just
I'm
Robit
glad this guy is
cultist.
just a bureaucrat and doesn't do anything else in the story.
Yeah. He's just like a nerd who carries around a suitcase and is like a politician. I feel so bad for Nima. She needs more
Well, I mean,
love.
you're a robot cultist. You would fit right in this world. In fact, if you stick around, there's a very good chance we might even put you in the game.
We'll see. We'll see. I really like Vector. Vector's one of my favorite designs. That's why he's my Discord profile picture. He's got all
Nico's
the
got the most
wings.
hardest redesign ever. That's because we haven't gotten to the 7 billionth Able redesign, whenever that.
No, we're not redesigning Abel. It already takes like 40 minutes to draw one of his sprites. We're not redesigning him. I've already spent like literally over 10 hours drawing out his sprite sheet. I'm not redoing him. It's done. Put it down.
Also, what was Abel's original name, Josh?
Robert.
And tell him why was he named Robert?
Robert.
This is what I had to
Robert.
work with, guys.
His name is Robert.
This is the fucking idea. Like, he pitches me the fucking story idea, and then I ask, okay, why is his name Robert? Because it sounds like
Robert.
robot.
Robert. Yeah. His name is still Robert. It's just he goes by Abel.
I'm glad that Abel is the most complex design you're going to have to do in this game, and there will be no specific characters that are
He's not the most
like,
complex design, but he's the most complex design that I'm going to have when you factor in how many sprites he needs.
except for that one other thing. But that
There
one,
will not be anything in this game that needs more sprites than the three main characters. Every character is just a name variation of robot. Yeah, we got Roborg, we got Robort, we got
anyway, we should probably let you go to bed so that way you can work on it tomorrow.
tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow I need to trace and color Stoplight Man. And then I guess I guess I'm just gonna upload the second Fricks track. And then I can call this week done and then maybe do some more streams on the battle system or more sprites. Yeah.
And then we need to also do the great and terrible process of the story.
Yeah, I think we got
Josh,
something
you
good
want?
going
I
here.
opened that document. Okay, the funny thing is, I opened that document more than anything else because that's the when I type in Google Docs into my computer, the Robot game like doc is the one that pops up. So that's the one I
96
always have.
pages. 96 pages. That's so small. We need so many more.
96 pages for only one
99
two.
Luftballons for 99 nuclear bombs? Are you kidding me?
It's 99 pages and there's only 2 chapters that are even slightly up to snuff,
Yeah.
and they're not even sequential.
Chapter 1 is good. We have half of chapter 2 and half of chapter 4. And then chapter 3 sucks. Needs a rewrite.
And then chapter 5 doesn't exist, and chapter 6 has too many characters, and chapter 7 is redacted.
Chapter 7 has too few characters. But yeah, I
Well,
think
no, chapter 7. Okay, chapter 7's a unique chapter. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
and then so you probably would like me to like actually write those flashback sequences I promised oh so many moons ago.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. You should just like have 2. It's fine. Just do the 2 for now.
I mean, yeah, if I'm gonna write it, I'm probably gonna write them all out at the same time. But
Okay. All right. Yeah.
when is stream sleeping? Now.
I think it's about now. I've stayed up an hour and a half past my bedtime, but I had fun, so it was worth it. Uh, I would just like to say good night, everybody. I might not stream tomorrow just because I've got a handful of things to do. I've got like meal prep and laundry and all that, so I might not have a whole lot of time to stream. Uh, I'm gonna make beef and broccoli stir fry. It's gonna be good. Um, yeah, so thanks for showing up, everybody. Had a lot of fun and expect more. Good night.